What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We have none other than the SEC championship game going down right now. It's about to have kickoff in about 1 to 2 minutes. We have the LSU Tigers versus the Georgia Bulldogs. A lot of draft implications in this game. Some of the different prospects that will be on this field today that we'll be talking about. Shout out to everybody here joining the stream. Let me go ahead and pull up my YouTube so I can read all the comments. Let me see here. There we go. All right. Y'all hit that like button on your way in the building. Let's try to hit the like button as soon as you come in, guys. Let's try to punch that like button as soon as you come in. Wow, we already got 23 in the room. Y'all only 8 likes, man. Y'all punch that like button. Hit that like button. Shout out to everybody who's already joining us. Shout out to Shiggy. Let me see if it was the first mod. I don't know. I'm giving them early praise. No, Finsanity 5, first mod in the building. Shout out to you. Finsanity in the building, y'all. Wow, we already got 26 likes. That's what I'm talking about. See, the early birds know how to hit that like button, man. Y'all punch that like button on your way in the room, guys. Shout out to Shiggy, Mod Squad, King Zilla. I see you, homie. Andrew Fallon. Yo, what's up with you, man? This is a contest of who is going to lose to OSU. Maybe, but I would love to see OSU versus LSU. That would be a real battle, in my opinion. But I know some of y'all saying go Dogs. Y'all let me know in the comment section right now. Who do you have winning this game? Who do you have winning this game? Let me know in the comment section right now. Who you got? Let me know who you got. Who's going to win this one, man? What's up, TD in the house? Wow. What up, DM Fins? I see you, man. Let's go. What's up, big man? What's up, Tommy? I see you. TD, this is my day off, right? Nah, it ain't your day off. I'm still waiting on you to come in the room. Ain't no such thing. Shout out to you, Vicky. Ooh, Vicky say the Dogs. I ain't going to lie, y'all. Y'all can get mad at me all you want, but LSU going to win this game, man. All y'all go Dogs. I ain't mad at you. I like Georgia, but LSU going to win this game. It's going to be OSU, LSU, unless they play in the first round of the playoffs. But I got OSU, LSU, national championship game. But we'll see how the brackets end up. TD, who do you like as far as prospects? It's a lot of prospects, man. First and foremost, anyone not named Tua Tagovailoa. But I've decided, you know what? Even though I'm not hating on Tua because I believe in his talent and I think he is a good quarterback, I just don't trust the injuries. I'm going to go ahead and help the Tua lovers out and say TD is a Tua hater. I'm going to go on record right now and say that I'm a Tua hater. The only way that I don't become a Tua hater is if he's drafted by the Miami Dolphins, which right now, since I am a Tua hater, would be the worst move that Miami ever does. But if we draft him, I'm no longer a Tua hater. But for the Tua lovers, let's go ahead and get this straight so you can stop hitting me up an email in the comment sections. Bro, you a Tua hater. Yeah, I am. Okay, let me just say I'm a Tua hater. Only because I don't want Miami Dolphins to draft him. I actually like the kid. I really don't believe I'm a hater, but just to appease y'all, I am a Tua Tagovailoa hater. Okay, hopefully that helps y'all out. All right, TD, do you do Facebook? Yes. My Facebook page is TD Fans Talk. All my social medias is TD Fans Talk. We know you didn't have to say that. Hey, EM Dolphins fan, yeah. Why don't you go and check in the room? I know you don't want to check in the room because you know why? Your team ain't in the SEC National Championship game. Neither will they be in the playoffs. Alabama is at home, so just like Finsanity, she know what time it is. See, y'all sad today because Alabama ain't in this game and they're not going to play anymore this year. They might as well have already cleaned out their locker. Nick Saban lobbying all up in Washington, D.C. right now, and all up through the Capitol and all through the college landscapes. Put us in the playoffs, please. Please put us in the playoffs. Well, I got news for you. Alabama ain't going to the playoffs unless they got tickets. Booyah! Take that, baby. Take that. Oh, man. LOL, TD, you too much. I try, Big. I try to be too much. But Georgia's going to get this ball first, guys. Again, we got a lot more people in the building. Y'all let me know who you got in this game, Georgia or LSU. I got LSU. Let you know up front. My team is the Arkansas Razorbacks. Yeah, okay. You like the Arkansas Razorbacks. Okay. But you're also a Tua fan, and he ain't doing nothing, man, but sitting home trying to limp. Georgia, first play, back to pass, goes deep on the very first play. Oh, he dropped the ball. He had him too. Good throw by the quarterback. Good throw by the quarterback, man. Ooh. Saban going to the Panthers. Y'all think Saban gonna come out? Because people need to think about that. He just lost. He's not going to the college. Well, it depends on how many more years Saban got on that big college deal. Because I could see him coming out to the NFL again, trying it again. I could see him trying it again. As long as it ain't, oh my gosh, that's why I don't like Saban. Because of his stint in Miami, 2nd and 10, Georgia, back to pass, quick screen pass. He gets around the corner. Ooh, the safety closed fast. Who was that? That was the safety. It looked like all the way from the safety position. Who was that? I got to see who that was. Number 7. I don't know who that was. And listen, man, we got Fitzpatrick in the building, man. Talk about it her day off. Ain't no such thing.
It is my day off, man.
Don't be like EM Dolphins fan. No, it ain't your day off on this channel. How about that?
Listen, this was supposed to be the Friday night stream. I was looking forward to hearing from Colin and Plank and Dolphins on top and Drew Saya and iTest Sports and Vic.
They blitz.
So
Sack. You watching this game?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Are you sad? Are you sad about it?
Sad about what?
Your team not in it.
You know, at the end of the day, we're still the most dominant team in the SEC.
I can't tell. The most dominant team in the SEC playing today.
No, it's not. The history of, the Alabama, Tide is, unprecedented. And no one will ever be able to reach us. So, I think it's nice that, that other fans finally can, feel like they have a chance.
Living in the past.
They got luck, they got lucky. And, it's kind of like how they say, if somebody wants to win the AFC East, Brady has to go down. Well, if someone wants to win the SEC, Tua has to go down. So
here we go. You know who we need to look at in this game?
Who are you looking at?
We need to look at number 7, Delpit. Listen,
obviously.
I think he's gonna have. Listen, I really do. I'm starting to believe that he was shutting it down during the regular season, but now it's draft time. These are the games where everybody's watching. Right now he already got 2 tackles. That was one right there that stopped the man at the line of scrimmage, and that other one he came all the way across the field to stop him on a screen pass. So that's the one you need to watch. He's gonna be playing his best football because this is right before the draft. This in the playoffs. These are the game going deep.
Exactly. That's called.
Catch, but incomplete, out of bounds.
That's called. That was a catch.
Out of bounds.
And I can't see because I don't have my glasses on. But if I can see that that's a catch without my glasses.
Hey, but insanity. I think his draft stock fell a little over the last couple of weeks, but I think he's about to pick it up today and in the 2 playoff games because I think they're going to the national championship game. I think he's going to have 3 monster games, man. But we'll see.
Thank you, Travis, for your compliment. It's definitely appreciated. Second of all, he was playing injured, so of course he's going to shut it down. That's why they should have shut Tua down. Why, aggravate your injury or make it, bigger than what it needs to be for this college, situation.
Man, they keep going deep. Oh, they got it, man. Oh, man.
Listen.
They throwing the ball all over the field.
Listen, I'm telling you, this isn't a gimme for LSU. This is why I said, both teams get a chance, but
incomplete.
This is horrible.
Can they challenge that? They don't. Do they have challenge in college? Oh, yeah, that's incomplete.
Of course they have challenge.
That is an incomplete pass, man.
Oh my gosh! And I finally got my retwist today, which was like amazing.
I see you. I'm about to catch you. Get up there.
You're not.
When I want to go get something, I go get it. Though you better not keep talking. I come out here.
TD, keep the clean cup, man. That's you. There's only
four months
lockhead over here.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, you gotta wear it the way the wife loves it. You feel me? She likes that, clean cut. Let her, let her live.
Yeah, I'm gonna start letting her cut my hair. Man. How about that?
Is he frozen, or is that me?
It's probably you. Am I frozen? I'm moving. Am I frozen?
Hello, Ray Barretto.
Hello, TD, Finsanity, and everyone on the chat. What's up, Ray? Swift, the best running back in college. Ooh, you think Dolphins might get him? Can you hear me, Finsanity? Can you hear me, Finsanity? Oh, she must have went out and came back in. I know Reason's going to be joining us in about 20 minutes, guys. He hit me up, say he'll be joining us in about 20 minutes. We got about 45 people in the room, 38 likes. Y'all hit that like button. You back?
Yeah, sorry about that. Everyone came in to the house.
I can't hear you. I can't. Oh, you good? I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Yeah, everyone came in the house, and I guess the Wi-Fi.
You gotta switch. Nah, you gotta switch from that Tua Tagovailoa service, that broken service.
Don't do that.
Shout out to DT Forever 04 with the donation to the channel, man. Let's see what he's saying. TD, as much as you may want to hate on Saban and Bama, they have more first-round picks than losses. P.S. I don't like them either, but facts are facts. No, DT Forever 04, you got me mixed up, man. I don't hate Alabama. I actually, real talk, I love Alabama. I love the competitive nature that they've put in the college football landscape. And when I say competitive nature, I love when you got the beast at the top and everybody trying to knock them off because people are striving for something. I don't have a problem with Alabama. I actually don't have a problem with Nick Saban. I think he's an amazing, phenomenal, elite, great college football coach. I just don't like Nick Saban staying in Miami. Facts are facts in that regards. That was trash.
Don't be in the chat section. If I gotta work today, you gotta work. You got at least put an hour in.
Hide, man. EM rehabbing his ankles and nothing wrong with him. He got his Tua jersey on at home, going like this right now. He rehabbing for Tua at home. He living through Tua. Hey man, it's all right, EM. You can get up in here. You want some of this smoke, man. But yeah, I like Bama. I love their players outside of the quarterback. But I don't have anything. I don't have any problem with Bama. And shout out for the donation, bro. Everybody who donates to the channel, I appreciate your love and support. Is more appreciated more than ever now. If any of you all know anything about YouTube, you'll know the changes that are coming on the 10th of the month, which is in about 3 days. It's just crazy. They make it harder for creators like myself to do what we do. But I got to just work around it, loophole it, and do what I can just to make this channel a success the best way I can. If you have a channel or you know anything about YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're trying to make it almost impossible for creators like myself to grow their channels and be successful. But we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, and I appreciate everybody who donates and helps me build this brand that we have here at TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We on this college football right now. LSU finally got the ball and they get a first down on first down. LSU's going to dominate this game, ladies and gentlemen. Yes.
Drop the link for Reason, please.
Reason.
Oh, here we go. I'm not. We feel our feelings won't disappear. Yeah.
That's what you know all the words for insanity. I forgot them. I used to know them when I was younger, but that's why I mumble at the end of it now.
Well, I do have parents, two of them.
First down LSU.
I never trusted when that song was on, though.
How you get two?
Huh?
No, he said, I have parents, two of them. I said, how you get two?
Yeah, two of them. Man, listen, some people have more than two. You never know. But,
Some people got less than one, so.
Hi, Anthony. Hi. I think that's how you say Xavier. Hi, Mr. McCutcheon. We'll just go with that, Mr. McCutcheon.
Jamie says, shake the cup for LSU, who's first and 10 with trips to the right, 2 to the left. Joe Burrow, the best quarterback in college. Oh my gosh, he threw the ball and got batted up, and it went back in his hands, and he takes off running for the first down. 17 yards, Joe Burrow. What a play, man! Did y'all just see that? Did y'all see the best quarterback in college football?
Wait a minute. So you're going to overhype Joe Burrow just because you don't like Tua? Is that what we're doing today?
Nah, I just
want to know what kind of energy we're coming with.
I just did that because EM's in the building.
That's what he always does.
Hey, the better quarterback is playing right now.
How you doing, good sir?
Ooh, incomplete. I did it because the best quarterback playing right now.
This feels weird, you know, being on here.
The best quarterbacks carry their team, right? To games like this. They put their team in games like this. You know, the best quarterbacks. Yeah, anybody got something to say?
Where my shades at? That's what I need. Because I'm not
the best
dealing
quarterbacks
with this
get their team to positions like this. They carry their team to places like this. You know,
I hear you.
You know, not sit at home eating ice cream, pampering a boo boo. Oh, I got a little boo boo on my hip.
I hear you.
Joe Burrow with the quarterback keeper gets no yards, so he's gonna go down at the yard line, and we're gonna have a third down, man. Who you got in this game? Real talk, though, EM Dolphin fan. I know you hate LSU, but still, real talk. Who you got in this game?
Well, I'm hoping Georgia wins, so that can kind of quiet your nonsense about.
So you're hoping Georgia? What happened to Cincinnati?
I'm hoping Georgia wins, so to quiet all this. You know, because you constantly comparing Joe Burrow's situation to Tua.
Oh, so you hating on Joe Burrow because he done beat Tua and he throwing third down strikes like that.
Not necessarily him personally. That's why it's all directed towards you, my friend. All directed towards you.
Yeah, but okay, if I wouldn't throw in all that shade, who would you have in this game?
Well, I told you, man. I'm just looking for, I'm just trying to evaluate players, bro. You know
okay.
EM, okay. Are you a PR agent?
No.
Because you never answer the questions directly. You always answer the question you want to answer. So I started to realize that.
We done concluded that, Vincent. He dodged questions that'll make him wrong, basically. He knows the real answer, but it'll make him wrong. So he goes into political mode.
Hey, Vincent, I tell you, boy, you study me hard. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Who stunting you? No, because I mean, everyone has someone who they think is going to win. It's kind of like, who do you think is going to win? Type of question. Like, I honestly think LSU is going to win. It really doesn't matter to me. Yeah. But like, I think LSU is going to win if I had to choose.
Hey, EM, that question on the screen is for you.
Nah.
Joe Burrow got 50 years to throw the ball, and he gets the touchdown.
Okay.
Touchdown. You see that? You see that? Who can do that?
Joe Burrow is a product of what he has around him. That's what he is.
Oh, like Tua Tagovailoa?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Nah, Joe Burrow, you seen that throw in tight coverage? You seen that throw in tight coverage?
Alabama is a product of Tua Tagovailoa.
Touchdown LSU. You know what? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. I'm going to go 45. I'm going to have this game somewhere around 45 to 28. Oh, maybe 31. Georgia get a little bit. 45, 30.
Who won that Baylor and Oklahoma game?
Oklahoma
did, really.
They making a case. They want to get in them playoffs. It's going to be interesting. You think they're going to get in with that win? Because one of these teams got to lose, and the game tonight, one of those teams got to lose.
Baylor was ranked 7th, right?
Baylor was 7th.
Yeah.
Did they blow them out?
No.
I don't think it was.
No, it's a 7-point game. They covered. Wait, no, they didn't cover. It was -9 Oklahoma. They didn't cover.
Well, actually, it was a 7-point game, but it went to overtime.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
It was really good.
But will it catapult them to like number 4? I know one of these teams will not make the playoffs. Well, you know what? I don't know. If LSU loses this game, do you think they could fall to 4?
What's the ball game? Who? LSU?
Yeah.
I mean,
because they are playing the fourth seed.
Who's the 3rd-ranked team? Clemson. Oh yeah, Clemson's beating Virginia.
Because you got to look at number 5, which is Utah. Utah lost.
Yeah, they lost. I watched that game,
and I don't know if Oklahoma will have enough to jump to 4.
No, I think LSU gets here regardless.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If LSU loses, if Georgia loses, Oklahoma's in.
He beat brittle ankles, so LSU gets in regardless. They beat brittle ankles.
Yeah, LSU they'll get in regardless. But yeah, if Georgia loses, yeah, that'll drop them out because they already have one loss. So Oklahoma possibly could jump overtake that fourth spot.
I felt so bad for Utah watching that game last night. Because you get like programs and who actually build up to this moment, and then you get so close, and it's like
business.
Right. And then they had 3 guys from Florida playing, so I was very excited, to watch that. And those are the breaks. Oregon's going to be in the Rose Bowl, so I definitely won't watch that this year. But other than that,
Man, Justin Herbert played a lot better than what I anticipated.
Yeah,
he was making some NFL quality throws.
What did you anticipate?
Huh?
What did you anticipate, Em?
Well, I anticipated him being like I'm talking about from basically a Ryan Tannehill clone, dink and dunk type of
Ryan Tannehill isn't dink and dunk. He's number one in the league.
But I must say, he was making some NFL quality throws throughout that game. Big boy throws.
And the most important thing with all these young quarterbacks is just being healthy right now to be able to make those throws.
I agree 100%.
You don't act like it.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%, bro. Where's ball game at? Ball game ain't gonna get into this.
Ball game making excuses. Talking about
he running. He's still running.
He making excuses. Talking about hold on. He says, "Sup, folks? The wife has me out on errands, so I'm out the loop." We don't want to hear that.
He running. I think Reason said he's gonna be on here in a little bit. I got his text.
Yeah, Reason's coming through probably in another 10 minutes, maybe less. Shout out to Pete Martinez, the homie. Pete, a day oneer, man. Pete said, TD, how many starters you see us containing next season from this roster? We have now and hoping you and everyone happy holidays. Fins win out 7-9. Ooh, 7-9. I like that. How many starters we will retain? First, we got to go through offensive line, just playing a numbers game. I'm going to say we're going to retain 2 of them. I'm going to say that we're going to retain 2 starters. And they may not even be,
which ones?
I'm going to get there. They may not even be in the same, same spot. But
can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah, we can be great. I would say number 1 is our center. Okay. I know Em don't like that.
Daniel Kilgore.
Yeah, our center. And I don't know why every time I talk about Kilgore, I be wanting to say Sitton for some reason, because I just said they named so much together last year. And this is man. See, it makes me want to say 3 starters, but I don't know about Bohm and those guys. I mean, I like them, but I don't know if they're going to start. But I want to go with Dieter. I think Dieter's going to start.
That's obvious because it's draft status. That's obvious.
Yeah, Dieter and Kilgore. That's who I got. So that's 2 starters right there on the O-line. Quarterback, I can't even say Fitzpatrick will be starting, so I'm just going to leave that situation alone, period, okay? Running back, believe it or not, Kalen Ballage will be starting next year. People can hate that all they want, but you heard it here first. Kalen Ballage will be taking first-team snaps. He will be starting next year, unless we go get a big-name running back in free agency. But I think Kalen Ballage is actually going to be starting next year because the coaching staff, even if he's a bum, say he doesn't work out and he shouldn't be starting, the coaching staff hasn't given us any indication that they don't believe in Ballage. They don't feel like he's the reason for what's been happening. And this ain't me. This ain't my bias. I'm talking about the coaching staff, what they've given us so far in regards to Ballage. Who else? Devontae Parker for sure. That's number 4. Mike Gesicki, that's number 5.
Preston
and that's
Williams.
it. That's it. Well, I mean, I guess if he's a starter right now, I mean, I was going off of who's playing right now, but yeah, we could say Preston, so we could say 6. We could say 6 on the offense, and that's real solid though to have 6 returning starters. That is a solid look for this team. Defense, Bobby McCain will be starting next year. I think they're going to put him in the nickel where he belongs.
Mm.
Eric Rowe will be starting next year. You don't get that contract if you don't think he's going to be starting and he's going to be at the safety. That's 2. Christian Wilkins is going to be starting. Jerome Baker will be starting. Raekwon McMillan will be starting.
I hope not.
Jerome Baker's going to start.
Wilkins?
I hope not.
And even if that's not the best decision, I'm just saying guys who I think are going to be starting.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I just hope not. I hope Jerome. I hope we found an alternative to Jerome Baker.
Did you say Wilkins already?
Yeah, I already said Wilkins. Xavier Howard will be starting, obviously, if he's healthy.
Nick Needham.
That's 6 again. That's 6 on the defense. Let me see if I'm missing anyone who I feel is definitely going to be starting. That's it. 6 and 6. We got 12 starters returning. That's my take.
So Rashad is out?
Yeah, Rashard. And even if he isn't out, he may not be starting because Eric Rowe is going to be back there, and I think they're really going to go get another safety in this draft.
What about Talib?
Oh,
that's a good question.
38-year-old Aqib Talib. No,
I don't know.
Anybody we bringing in at that age is going to be a reserve, somebody who helping us. But we'll see, guys. But I got those 6 and 6.
You don't think they move on from Rashad this year?
I mean, very well, but that's $11 million hit, regardless.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Something happened. Something's wrong, EM, because before the season started, we only had like $2 million dead cap on Rashard if we moved on after this year. When I check now, it's $11 million. Something happened. Something got restructured, but I don't see any other information. Maybe I saw it wrong in the first place, but from my understanding, last offseason, this year after the season would have been $2 million dead cap. Now it's reading $11 million. I don't know what happened. And maybe I saw it wrong in the first place, but I'm pretty confident I didn't see that wrong. It got me kind of like,
I was getting ready to blame my.
I said Van Ginkel will be back, but he's not starting right now, is he?
Who?
No.
Yeah, so they said returning starters missed the ball game, so I could see him moving his way in the starting lineup, but we're going with the starters now and who's going to be returning starters.
Ball game, love Van Ginkel, I tell you.
He end up starting. I'm just giving my list based off of who's starting, who's been starting primarily this season when healthy, and them maintaining that position. So that's what my answers were from. But you can stop putting comments in the comment section and get in this room and start running.
Are you guys
talking ball game? What's up, Reason?
Are you guys watching this right now?
Yeah, we watching.
Who saw that? Who saw that? Did you see the third down throw by Fromm?
Wide open. Didn't call the kicker.
Dog, you missed the wide open throw by Fromm, bro. Like a 12-yard out, and he missed him by like 5 yards over top. Crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah, every quarterback does that. That's some Tua stuff there.
Did you watch those first 2 drives though?
From who?
The LSU first drive and the Georgia first drive.
Yeah.
Fromm made some really big time throws, but they couldn't. Receivers let him down. And then did you see the time Burrow had on that touchdown?
Oh my God, that's what I was talking about. He literally had like 9 seconds.
Or what about how he threw it, caught it, and then ran back?
Yeah. So TD, where's the criticism?
What criticism? You don't see me around here talk about draft Joe Burrow with our first overall pick. You don't see me around here talk about draft Joe Burrow with our first overall pick. So there goes your criticism. The criticism for Tua only comes because y'all want to use our first overall pick on that.
Y'all used to say blah blah. Y'all used to say that nonsense about he's got 2 days to throw in to survey the field and throw the football and deliver the football.
The difference is when Joe Burrow. Let me tell you the difference, EM. When Joe Burrow had 9 seconds to throw the ball, he looked at about 7 receivers in progression. 1, 2, 3, back to 1, now 4, back to 2, back to 3. He looking at see, Tua could have had all that time and still would have threw it in 2 seconds and probably would have been incomplete because nothing was there or picked.
So you're saying Tua had 2 days to stare at one receiver?
That's what he do. That's what he do. And then when the guy ain't open, he either throw the pick or he sit there and hold it and then go out with an ankle injury.
Oh, okay. I just want to clarify that. Okay.
I'll just say, hey, that's the story of the man's life, man. That's the story.
Well, you know what the difference is? As good as the LSU receivers are, the Alabama receivers are so fast they don't need all that time to get open. Like they're just open. Yeah. But Tua, I don't know. Tua is really good in the pocket, man. I think you're underrating him.
I just don't know, man. They just had a report today that he's not even going to be able to interview with college with NFL. He's not even going to be able to go through the interview process with NFL scouts and teams because he fractured his tongue in the press conference yesterday.
Oh wow,
this injury prone. I mean, anything he does.
The hate is real, bro.
Oh man,
like this is a young man at the end of the day, bro. You know what? Honestly, bro,
he can't even interview, bro. He fractured his tongue,
man. You know one of the reasons. One of the reasons why I want him so bad is we all know he wasn't wanting to stay on the field to pad his stats. He's a competitor. That's why he wanted to be. He's a leader, man. He's a leader. He wants to be out there, man. I'm telling you, this guy's a leader of men.
He just wanted to be drafted before Chase Young, so he wanted to put up a few more stats.
He's a competitor, man. He's just got that fire.
Hey, but that was funny though, because y'all was really paying attention. Oh, I didn't hear this report.
Yeah, I was.
Oh my gosh!
I was like, I didn't hear this. What's going on?
What are you guys talking about?
Man, the report that just came out about Tua can't even interview with NFL coaches during the interview process.
I'll be on 1 second.
He fractured his tongue, man. He fractured his tongue.
I'm gonna have to get off here, man. I got some things that
we understand curfew. You know, some of us got them, some of us don't. We understand.
About to have a little get together, man, and it's gonna be too much traffic in my crib, man. I can't focus.
All right, Ian, go do your homework, man. Go do your homework.
Yeah, okay. All right, man.
Double check it, and then come back. All right.
I might check back. I might check back in about an hour and a half.
All right, man. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
See ya.
Man. Ooh, he slipped. Did he fumble the ball?
Yeah.
Or was he down already? That's weird. Was he not down already? If he wasn't down, that's a turnover. Georgia got the ball. But we about to find out. I think he was down, though. See, because the thing is, once you're down, even if a player doesn't touch you, the play is dead in college, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you don't have to be touched.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It looked like it was down before he fumbled.
Oh, no. I don't know. He might have fumbled first.
Yeah, it's really close,
his
man.
elbow is down. I think I think that's a fumble. I didn't see his body really like the down points, like the shin or I don't think he was down. He just dropped the ball like an inch before he was on the ground. Oh yeah, he down.
Yeah, he down.
The elbow hit down.
You know what? I really like this Edwards-Helaire kid. I think he's going to be one of those, like we're talking about Najee Harris. I think he's going to be one of those sneaky guys, man, in the draft. He's good.
Might very well be.
Remember, he's the one who lit up Alabama when we watched that
I need
game.
my shades. I need my
Where
shades.
are your shades?
I don't know where they're at because, that's like the summer, stuff. All the summer stuff's away.
Where you ready for
it's
tomorrow?
Winter here. Huh?
You ready for tomorrow?
I am not ready to be in subarctic weather tomorrow, but no one is ever prepared for that. But I'm excited for tomorrow if that's, if I can answer that, but I'm not ready. I got to get up early. It's a long drive. When I say it's a long drive from where I live, I mean, it's a very long drive. So
Big Hud said the wrist is down. It ain't the wrist, it's his whole, it's his arm.
His whole forearm is down.
Forearm is down. That should be down. Because the shin, forearm, and stuff like that constitute being down. That should be LSU ball, but he dodged the bullet. But Insanity, I would say stay warm, but that might be a waste.
He's down. They overturned it.
Listen.
Yeah, it's their ball. They kept it.
Let's just hope. I mean, I know there's going to be thousands of fans there. Like it's big. So hopefully we're so excited that we're moving so much that we warm up. If not, it's going to be a very cold, long game. But I know we're going to go in there. We're going to run over the Jets.
I hope so. Lord knows I hope so.
We're going to throw over them. Fitzy going to have about 3 touchdowns. Layer's going to have about 2. Give him a rush and a pass again. Fitzy going to have about 3. I'm going to give Fitzy 3.
I really hope Laird just continues to play very well.
Yeah.
I want to see, oh my gosh, it aggravates me. Like, if we had the offensive line, I would love to see Laird breaking out in the run game, because people look at the last game, Laird balled out, but Laird had 8 rushing yards. People ain't talking about that. It was the screen passes and all that stuff that he was doing. People like, yeah, but he ran a touchdown. That was 4 yards. He had 8 rushing yards. If I'm not mistaken, I'll go double check. But he had very few rushing yards. It's just he was impactful because he catches the ball out of the backfield. And I'm impressed at how sometimes he let those little dump offs. He drops them, but overall he's very good catching the ball out of the backfield. That's why it's frustrating. Give us an O-line. Give us the O-line and let these guys take off and show that they're even more valuable as a running back. But I think the coaches understand that. That's why I really don't know if we're actually going to be pursuing a workhorse running back. I think they believe in what we got, and if it turns out to be wrong, they'll just make a trade or go get one. Once the season started already.
Samuel Sanchez, it's not that I don't agree with Reason about Najee Harris, because everyone knows how I feel about Najee Harris. It's about the other guy, Edward Hillard. That's how you say his name?
Yeah,
Edward Hillard. That's what we don't agree on, and him being compared to Najee Harris. Yeah.
I just said he could be a mid-round sleeper. That's all I said.
I think he'll drop.
All I know is ball game. Mr. Ballgame, get out of the comments. Ballgame, get out of the comments talking about Hurts, okay? He won. Hold on, he won today.
EM in the comment section. EM better get back to his homework before you get in trouble.
Ballgame trying to get me going about Hurts right now. The guy had 287 yards today. 173 of them were CeeDee Lamb. So I stick by my argument that CeeDee Lamb bails him out. And guess what? Again, Hurts had an interception, only 1 TD, and he had a fumble that he lost. So turnover machine. Baylor's offense just couldn't get it done. They went through 3 different quarterbacks today. Get out of here with that Hurts stuff. End of story.
Ballgame probably itching to get on the defensive stuff.
Jalen Hurts willed that team to a win, and had CeeDee Lamb not dropped that one pass, he could have had a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter.
That shouldn't even have gone to overtime, because that long reception that only ended up getting them a field goal out of it, the guy should have ran it to the house. I don't know how he got caught up to, because he had nothing but green ahead of him.
That's what happens when you're not a Bama receiver. That's why he wasn't recruited to Bama, because Bama receivers don't get run down. That's the first requirement.
Mr. Ballgame said, "I'm in my car, bro. Reason I wasn't coming for you, bro."
I know. I'm just jiving with him because he's gonna get all the Hurts people going.
Hold on, Jalen Hurts. So he looked good.
No, he looked again. CeeDee Lamb was the guy. And let's be honest, they scored a touchdown on their drive in overtime. Why did they get that touchdown? On like a 10-yard pass to CeeDee Lamb, and CeeDee Lamb drew a face mask, and then they just ran it in. That's exactly what happened. It was CeeDee Lamb again drew the penalty to get them the rushing touchdown.
It's not his fault that the DB went for his face mask and turned him around.
But that's him getting a penalty.
You know what I'm starting to think?
So he purposely put his face mask. He purposely put his face mask in a man's hands. Is what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying he got them. I'm saying he got them in the position to run that ball.
That was on the first down.
That wasn't on Hurts.
That wasn't on first down.
I got a good question for you guys.
Yeah, but you said Hurts willed them to win. It took.
Did you not see that powerful run where he was dragging people?
Well, I got a good question.
They almost lost that game. They should have lost that game.
They shouldn't have lost that game. Not when you're on your third receiver.
For Finsanity and Reason, a great question. Okay,
I don't have great answers
because y'all talking about Hurts, who Tua replaced, right?
Yes,
correct.
So help me understand something.
Who's also in a system that just produced 2 Heisman-worthy quarterbacks, and he's not winning a Heisman. Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all good. But you know what?
He lost the starting running back, Trey Sermon.
Hold on. It makes
Still got CeeDee Lamb.
Hold on. It makes me think about this. You mean, do you all think that if Hurts was still the quarterback for Alabama, they would still have a shot right now to go to the playoffs?
If he was their backup, yeah.
No, if he was the starting quarterback for Alabama this year, y'all don't think they would have had a shot to go to the playoffs?
Yeah, even with those weapons.
Even if they still lost to LSU, do you think Hurts would have made the difference when they lost last week?
Because of how turnover prone he is, they would have lost another game or even maybe 2.
Ah, man, come on, man. You know what? That's probably the difference between Tua and Hurts. The simple fact that Hurts is on the field.
Hurts got fumbleitis. He's got like 8 or 9 fumbles on this season.
He was in a championship game?
Did you watch the championship game?
Was he in it? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. If Tua would have played last year, would Alabama be going to the playoffs?
If Tua would have got hurt,
last week,
they would have made the playoffs.
They would have made the playoffs, right? Availability is your best ability. Oh my God, Georgia receiver. Hopefully he didn't blow his knee. Hopefully he didn't blow his knee after that big completion. That would be tough to blow your knee at this point in the season, and I hope he's not a senior coming out in the draft.
Was that a non-contact injury too?
Catches it. Yeah, he planted. It was a hard plant.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, that was
the same thing happened to Rodney Hood last night with his Achilles.
Knows what's up. Nico in the comments, he knows what's up. It's football now. He knows what's up. You keep telling them.
What did Nico say?
Jalen Hurts is average. He's an excellent runner, but he's an average thrower of the football. That's just how it is.
This is I hate seeing that at this time of the year. In these games, you don't want to see nobody get injured because a lot of these guys are coming out.
Yeah, that's a terrible way to go.
You could be losing tons of money in one game.
Well, especially if you're a late rounder. Like if you're a 6th or 7th rounder and you blow your ACL out, you got to hope you become an undrafted free agent and get signed.
That's tough, man.
It's just like, I don't know, did you guys watch the Pac-12 championship yesterday?
I didn't.
Like Justin Herbert, I think he was 11 for 16 in the first half. Then he was 3 for 8 in the second half. And he just looked awful. Like he made one really good throw, and it was a 50-yard toss to this guy named Juwan Johnson, and it was a dime. Like he dropped a dime. But then the inconsistencies just started to rear their head constantly. So like from what I've seen from Herbert and Jalen Hurts, like I'm telling you, brother, I was right. The drop off from Tua and Burrow is a real thing, man. It's a real thing.
Burrow, Tua, and everything under that is whoa.
They're all projects. Everything after them is a project, even Herbert.
Wow.
Like, let me ask you this. If you're a 4-year starting quarterback, right, and you're coming into this year projected as a top 5 pick, and now at the end of the year, people are saying that you at least have to redshirt, shouldn't you be the most NFL ready if you're a 4-year starter? Out of all the guys who have only started for 2.5, 2 years, you should be. And that's a serious red flag. And it's just but people are going to take him because of his size. That's just how it works, right? People are going to see, hey, I can make him reach his ceiling. Because of his prototypical size and his arm, I can make him reach his ceiling. A lot of coaches think they can do that, right? And some coaches can. It's all about situation with guys. Like with projects, it's all about the proper situation.
Wow.
TD, can you drop the link? Someone wants to join.
Okay, it depends on who it is.
It's Pure Fins.
Oh, yeah, he good. Hold on. I just dropped it. Who is it? Hey, is Joe Burrow a project?
No.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
EM keep on spewing that buffoonery in the comment section, talking about Burrow.
He's shown, I think he leads the nation this year in big-time throws. And last year, even though he was projected to be like a 5th rounder this year, he still was like top 5 in big-time throws last year. So I think he's acclimated himself well, and I think the success has helped his growth and development largely. I don't think he's a project. I don't think him and Tua are projects.
Hey, when does this Georgia wide receiver get to play? The one that got suspended. Remember last week he was fighting in the end zone, so he got to sit like a quarter or two or something like that?
I don't know.
Fighting at Georgia Tech.
They just showed who was out. They just showed who was out, and they just said injuries.
Oh, wow. He got to wait the whole first half, so they're down a receiver. He was his backup, so they're actually down weapons on the offense in this game until the second half. That sucks, man.
Someone is in the comments right now saying Herbert is better than Joe Burrow, and you are absolutely out of your mind. I don't know what to tell you about that.
Georgia missed the field goal.
Like Joe Burrow has like a 79% accuracy. You know how ridiculous that is? Like overall completion percentage. Like that's like unheard of. That's crazy. Almost at an 80. Like think about that.
That is crazy. That's phenomenal. That's like Tannehill. Like that's amazing. The homie backstage. I'm about to bring out the Dundada. Hopefully his audio work. Come on, man. Talk to us. Hopefully it's working. Oh, it still ain't working. No, man. Every time he comes through, we can't hear him. I don't know what it is. We can't hear you, bro. We see your mouth moving, but we can't hear you at all.
Maybe if he has like apps running on his phone, like behind.
He might want to close all the apps.
The camera, everything.
Well, we got the homie coming in, Pure Fins. Y'all know what time it is. What's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, man, do you still feel the same way? Because I see you be sending me the Marco Polos talking bad about our team, and I be so hurt when you send them. I don't be responding. You still feel the same way?
I drink way too much when they go too bad, you know.
Oh, trust me, I know. Because when I get your Marco Polo, you be going in. Wait. I be like, I'm going to leave him alone because I don't want to get negative myself right now.
I try not to be too negative. I love my team, but, man, I want to get that shirt that the team makes me drink. That's what my team does.
Oh, completion. LSU drive. You watching this game, Pure Fins?
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah, I'm on it.
So who did you say before it started like this, LSU or Georgia?
It's LSU.
Man.
LSU.
But I'm looking for more of the Clemson game.
But yeah, I'm going to be on tonight. We're going to be live during that game as well.
Clemson?
No, not Clemson. No, not Clemson.
Yeah, but they're going to kill Virginia. They're going to kill Virginia.
Yeah, I'm going to say, that's not even worth. It's not even worth it.
Ohio State, Wisconsin's going to be good because it's a rivalry.
That's the one I'm going to be watching.
And I want to see my boy Jonathan Taylor up against that number one defense.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on this whole Tua and Alabama. I like to say that, we were hoping, everybody kept on saying Tua, but yet he got hurt. And what did Alabama do after that? They kept on winning.
Yeah, and then they put up 40-something points, and people were like, "Oh,
Mac Jones just threw 2 pick sixes last week. That cost them the game. I don't know what you're talking about. They lost.
I mean, I'm not saying nothing bad about Tua, but it's like Alabama still kept on winning. So exactly,
that's hold on. Insanity.
Hold on, Pure Fins. Hold on. Let me get on Reason. Talk about the quarterback through 2 picks. Then versus LSU. Hold on. Yeah. Lucky for Tua, his turnovers weren't 6s at the end. Lucky for him. I mean, he threw a pick and fumble when nobody touched him. Touchdown LSU again, Joe Burrow, baby.
Insanity. Is Mac Jones even in the same realm as Tua Tagovailoa?
They put up 40-something points.
Thank you, and that's from an Alabama fan. Thank you very much.
They put up 40-something points, man.
Can I say something?
Yes, go.
As a Alabama fan, I feel like this year was like a very big outlier year. Alabama has never, ever been known for its quarterbacks. Even season, they're never looked at as potential Heisman candidates. Saban has, faithfully given us Heisman running backs, but I think, pride comes before the fall. He was a very proud man, and he was like, well, I have Tua sitting over here. Talking about Lincoln Riley, he should be going to the NFL and how he should be coaching in the NFL. Saban did this to us. This is all on Saban. This is not because of Tua. This is not because of Judy. This is not because of the offensive coordinator. This is because of Saban's pride. And that's why we fell. Pride cometh before the fall, and Saban was just dripping with it. And it's horrible that you throw Tua underneath the bus. Here's the thing. Alabama is a power run offense. He should have put the ball in Najee Harris' hands. That's what he should have did. That's what he didn't do. Because he was so proud, because they're talking about Lincoln Riley down there and what Lincoln Riley was doing with it. Excuse me?
Like the LSU game. You're right. Like the
I
LSU
said
game.
that. I was saying that. I said give the ball to Najee.
Yeah.
And the fact that they had, I still don't know who that running back was in the first half. It's just despicable.
But the reason they weren't giving it to Najee because Tua's that guy. He's supposed to be the one to carry him.
And here's the thing. I would say that if Najee was in the game, but the fact that Najee wasn't even in that game in the first half is just unfathomable. But as soon as Tua gets hurt, now you want to start him off 4 quarters? No, you got to answer for that. And the only answer I see is that his pride was getting to him. He wanted Tua to put up bigger numbers than Jalen and all that. And what he did, he set himself up for failure. Give the ball to Najee.
But
Najee would have been a Heisman candidate. Had Najee been given the ball, Najee would have been a Heisman candidate, but he was so focused on getting Tua that Heisman. We all know what Tua is, and we all know what Tua will be. But because of his pride, he put his team in the worst possible position. That's why he shouldn't be an NFL coach, and that's why Bama should kick him out, because you have all these power running backs, and you have probably one of the best, and he did not get showcased in his senior year. I don't know if he's a senior or junior, but his last year, it's horrible. You put all your eggs in one basket, and when you did that, and that basket fell, you saw what happened, and it's horrible.
What basket was that?
We're not going to talk about that.
You want to dodge questions too?
I don't dodge questions, but I
you just called EM out, questions. So you just called EM out, not answering the question.
I answered the question. What was the question?
The biggest thing is that Dolphins would not put Tua in the better position.
If you draft,
they would do the same thing that Alabama did with Tua right now. Miami doesn't have the line to protect Tua. They don't have all the stuff they have for Tua. He would be the same example right next to Tannehill.
By the time he plays, you're going to have by the time Tua would even take his first snap, you would have had 2 free agencies and 2 drafts. So the O-line would be taken care of.
Ain't it funny how we're sitting here talking about what they would need to put around them, but we can care less about the other quarterbacks and what they needed to put around them.
I'm not talking about Tannehill. I'm not a Tannehill hater, so don't start that up again.
I'm just saying. I'm throwing that out.
I've said from day one, since I've talked about
C grade quarterback would be great if you had a great line.
Okay. Anyways, because Jake, what do you mean, Jake? Oh, really? Because Jake Fromm has the top tackle in college right now, and he's 3 for 9 and crap in the bed right now. So that's not necessarily too. Yeah, but
that's college.
But if you give Jake Fromm, are you not watching the game right now?
That's college. We're talking NFL here.
We're talking about Tua. That's college. It's the same thing. He's talking about Alabama's line. So what I'm saying is, and I've said from day one, if you're going to draft from Tua, if that's your strategy, Dolphins, you have to address the offensive line in the draft and in the free agency. What is he talking about? Why is who number 1?
Why isn't Frost number 1 and Tua is number 1?
Who's Frost?
Sorry.
What are you
quarterback right now?
Why is Tua what? I don't understand your question.
Why is Tua considered number 1 in the draft pick and not the quarterback you're talking about?
Because Fromm has probably the least amount of physical tools of any quarterback that could possibly declare for this draft.
I think Joe Burrow is, but
why wouldn't Why wouldn't Tua have the least amount of physical tools? He ain't got 2 ankles or a hip.
Fromm does not have his deep ball accuracy, does not have his pocket presence, does not have anticipation, cannot read a coverage like Tua, cannot extend a play like Tua.
He can move.
Nobody. Abilities. No,
he can move.
Yeah, are you kidding me? In a year, he's gonna be fine.
Hey, I don't.
That's such a paper bag argument. That's such a paper bag argument, man. I'm talking about what these guys have at their what these guys have at their full disposal. Fromm is like the 6th or 7th quarterback in this draft. Like, are you kidding me? He's like just ahead of Hurts. So
this ain't my argument. So because I don't support Fromm, I'm not. This ain't my argument.
No, but I'm talking about this guy. Why is Fromm? If you actually watch these guys, you would know why Fromm is not in the discussion.
Hey, TD. I don't understand this. Real quick. I had to jump in.
So yeah, man. What we're gonna
anyway. I don't understand this, and I've seen it in your comment section. We've discussed this numerous times on this platform. I don't understand why people don't understand. Do you not know that correcting the problem we have up front on the offensive line is priority number one? And even if you select Tua, you've got 13 other draft picks as well as resources in free agency to fix the line. I don't understand why people thinking it's like it's going over their head. You select
because it's a top priority, but it's not the only priority. To fix that, do you understand? If you just hypothetically, if you need 4 offensive linemen to fix the problem, you can't just go draft. You can't hold on. You can't just go draft 4 offensive linemen and say you fix the problem.
Free agency too.
I get that, but you would literally need to bring in about 8 people to fix a 4-people problem. All of them are gonna hit.
What, through the draft or what?
No, period. But there are so many other needs as well. There are other needs on this team.
That's one player. You have 13 other picks. Hypothetically speaking, if they select Tua at
yes. But you don't select somebody who has this guy is going to have more question marks than any other pick we have.
Not performance on the field, he won't.
Yes, he will. You don't. First of all, y'all sit here and act like after a guy has an injury and the doctors say he should 100% recover, that hold on. Y'all act like when a guy has an injury and the doctor says that his injury is going to be 100% recovery, that their skill end up becoming 100% recovery. That don't be the case all the time. But y'all sit here and drive that narrative like as long as his body is 100% back, all his skill is going to return like that and it's going to be the same. It don't work that way. Sometimes these guys lose a certain level of their talent from their injury history. But y'all are like, as long as he heals, everything.
Hold on. Your argument against one hypothetical is another hypothetical.
Okay, but so y'all get to use y'all hypothetical, but I can't.
Yeah, but I'm going off what the doctors are saying, like orthopedic surgical people that are like in that field.
I'm with you, TD.
Oh my God!
It's still a lottery. No matter what theory you want to throw in, it's still
every pick is a lottery. Every pick in the draft is a lottery.
No, there's no such thing in the draft.
The only thing close to a sure thing is Chase Young. After that, everything's not.
Okay, let me help y'all learn. Let me help y'all understand something about the lottery. Okay, there is a thing called odds. Okay, odds change due to circumstances in these drafts. So in the lottery, when you buy a $1 scratch off, you got a 1 out of 3.47 chance of winning. When you buy a $5 scratch off, you got a 1.4 something 1 out of 4 chance of winning. And you buy a $10 scratch off, you got a 1 out of 5 chance of winning. The odds change. So when he gets injured, yeah, it's still a risk, but the odds change. They get worse.
But again.
You can still win, but the odds get worse.
If you get the number 1 quarterback and you have no line to cover him,
but we're not expecting him. But he's not playing right away. That's like so. That's
see what I mean? That's exactly what I'm saying.
Like, what are you talking about?
Is going to fix that regardless if they select Tua or not. They're going to address that issue regardless whether they select Tua or whoever's playing behind center next year. I don't understand why people keep thinking that buffoonish statement. Oh, we don't have a whole line. They gotta fix that anyway.
Yeah, you're breaking up when you yell, bro.
But he's saying that they're gonna. He's saying they're gonna aggress. He's saying they're going to address that anyways, whether they have Tua or not, which is 110% right.
Bro, I don't. Okay, I'm not sitting here arguing whether or not they're gonna address the O-line. I know we're gonna address the O-line.
But that's the staple of the argument. But that's the staple of the argument.
No, that's not the staple of my argument. Y'all want to make
no. That's what pure fins. That's the whole argument of pure fins is the line.
I know that, but in the midst of y'all argument, I am giving mine to add into it.
You're adding on to yours. That was your concern as well, TD. You said the exact same thing, bro. Stop it. No, you were mumbling the exact same thing.
You're breaking up, man.
Hey, you were saying a lot of the exact same things that these other fans been saying. Oh, we can't draft Tua because we need an O-line. That's ridiculous. They're gonna
no, I wasn't. Was I not the one who said, watch what happens? We're going to fix the O-line, and then whatever quarterback we get, he's going to thrive, and y'all going to see. He's told you it was Tannehill's fault. Did I not say that we were going to fix the O-line? I said that. I know you don't recall it, but I said that. So stop. You got it all the way wrong. For the record,
Rosen
for the record, bro. For the record. Let me give you my argument for the record. I've even been on the record saying that Tua might turn out to be a great quarterback, but here's my argument and my only argument. My only argument. Okay,
get to it. Can you get to it, please? Get to it.
I'm not wasting a top early draft pick on someone who comes with more risk than others. And y'all talk about everybody is a risk, but you ignore some are more of a risk than others. That is my only argument, and that is a factual statement. And regardless, he still might turn out to be the greatest thing ever. I keep trying to tell you, I'm not arguing his skill. I troll him sometimes because of EM. I'm not arguing his skill.
TD.
I am not wasting a number 4 pick if we have it on a guy whose odds of turning out to be that guy for us are declining.
TD, I've watched this quarterback class in I've watched it pretty deeply. Okay, we can agree on that. I'm telling you. Tua, with his injuries, compared to a project like Justin Herbert or even Jordan Love or Jacob Eason or Fromm, I'm telling you, Tua with one leg is better than Herbert.
He may very well be.
And Herbert's going to be a top 10 pick. I'm telling you, Tua's going to go in the top 10.
He may very well be, but how can you make an assessment of somebody after his injury?
Defensive line is on him.
Hold on. I'm gonna get to you, EM. Hold on, but let me say this last thing.
No. Fitzpatrick's backstage, bro.
Okay, I got her. So what's going to happen at the end of the day if it doesn't turn out that way, and then we all start that narrative? He was never the same after his injury.
What did I say? I said that's why you build the O-line. So if he doesn't work, you have enough. You can plug someone else in there. You're killing two birds with one stone. That's what I'm saying.
I'm good with that, but I am not wasting a 4th round pick on somebody who has the risk of saying he was never the same after his injuries. I'm not waiting.
If CJ Mosley can go have the same injury and go on have a Hall of Fame career as a linebacker in a higher contact position, then Tua can do it.
Exactly.
How many times, bro? It happens less than it doesn't. It happens so much less than it doesn't, and y'all know that.
TD, but you can't think like that, bro. You need to stop thinking.
You're giving me scenarios.
But TD, this is look. Like I always said, it goes back to how high evaluation that Miami has on him. And all indications, up until maybe about a month ago, they were extremely high on him. A favorable evaluation. So you have to weigh if your evaluation is that high, and we get it. Nobody's saying we're not concerned about his injury history. I'm not concerned about the ankles. I'm more concerned about the hip. Because so with that being said, bro, you just have to weigh it. And if your medical team gives him a favorable long-term prognosis, bro, because of the evaluation you have on him, he is worth it, bro. He is worth it. You select him, you build around him, and you don't look back, bro. He is too special. he's too special to pass up.
No, that's a lie. Listen, whatever. I can't tell. I cannot believe people always coming with this. He's too special to pass up. Playing
because you don't know what you're looking at.
12 players. 12
or he hasn't watched enough.
On a team with 12 starters.
Because you don't know what you're looking at. Because you don't know what you're looking at.
Anywho, listen, bro. I do for the life of me. I don't know nobody in their right mind that would say, here is a guy who is a top 5 talent overall, and then all of a sudden he goes and break his hip. Doesn't matter. He's top 5 talent overall. Y'all can live in this delusional world all y'all want. It don't work that way.
I said he's going in the top 10 because he will.
Well, we'll see.
It all works that way.
Hold on. What are we arguing about? If you said that he's top 10, and my only argument is I'm not taking this guy at number 4 because of the injury, that's what I don't understand what we're arguing about.
No. I thought you said you wouldn't take him.
I have a limit. I have a limit.
I thought you said you wouldn't take him in the first round. That's what you said the other day.
How many times have I said, and people can, y'all tell me in the comment section, have I never said, if we go after Tua with our last first round pick, I wouldn't really be that opposed to it? How many times have I said that? Have I never said that?
No, yeah, but he won't be there.
So now you changing the top narrative.
Stop finishing. What happened? No, I still wouldn't go in the top 10. My whole thing is, all I'm arguing with y'all right now is, if we're picking number 4, no, I'm not taking him, and y'all arguing with me he's that good. So y'all basically saying it doesn't matter the injury, you still go, and that's what you were sitting here telling me.
Well, that's what I told y'all yesterday. There's a precedent for this type of scenario that's been set already. And Simmons from last year is not the first time that's happened. All I'm saying is nobody's concerned. It is concerning. But again, it goes back to that at that position, how favorable of an evaluation do the Miami Dolphins have on him? If they are still drooling over him, like the rumors and all the reports were saying at the beginning of the year, you weigh what your team that you get in there, and you have your team evaluating him, the long-term ramifications of what happened of his hip. And if they are saying, according to reports, are saying the likelihood of him sustaining this exact same injury, it would be a better chance of him walking outside and get struck by lightning. Okay. Now again,
I don't care. I've already said it doesn't matter about the reoccurrence. I already said that.
Again, it's projections. Nobody can see the future. Nobody knows what's coming tomorrow. But all I'm saying is, if they have that high evaluation on him at that position, you take him. You take him. I'm sorry. Bro. And especially, and really the only reason is because of all the excess of draft capital that you have. You can even select the quarter. And I'm not saying this is the ideal scenario, but you can even select the quarterback, and you can select him there. And like Reason said, if he turns out not to be healthy, you can jump back up next year and take a quarterback of your liking next year. They have the flexibility to do that. That's one player. That is one player.
No, one player is everything, man. Listen,
exactly.
Tell me in NFL history. Tell me in NFL history where it's ever happened. A top 5 player.
I don't think
that got injured and still went top 5.
TD, I don't think we're drafting in the top 5 because I still think we're going to win another game or 2 at least.
Okay, tell me in the NFL history a top 7 quarterback. I mean, a top 7 player, period, that got hurt at the end of his college career that still went top 7. Tell me.
Michael Crabtree. Did Michael Crabtree break his foot? The second to the last game of the season? Did Michael Crabtree do that? He was selected at 7 by San Francisco 49ers. Did he not do that?
Michael Crabtree selected 47. Hold on, let me look this up because I want to see how.
Now I'm not 100% true. But according to my memory, according to my recollection, Michael Crabtree. Michael Crabtree sustained a season-ending injury. And I think it was maybe the second or third game to the last I think of the second or third to the last game of the season, and he's still.
We're gonna get it.
We're gonna get it. No, top 10.
No. I mean, my point ain't even about whether he went. I want to see how he did in the first 2 or 3 seasons.
Oh, here we go.
In the NFL.
So he keep adding on. He keep moving the finish line. He keeps
I'm not
moving the goalpost.
Hold on. First of all, you're saying. First of all, even if it's true, I don't even have to validate if it's true or not, because even if it's true, you're naming one player out of all the ones that got injured.
You can't name a player.
No, you're fine. I'm proving your question. Bro, yes, you're correct. It is my question. You're correct. It is my question. But you're making my point. You're going to name to me one, or maybe I expected you to possibly give me 2 players, but you gave me one. Everybody else got quiet like this is a thing that's a norm. It never happens. But
did I say it was a norm?
No one.
I haven't researched it enough to comment on it, so that's why I didn't say anything.
Did I say it was a norm? You asked me, give me a player, I gave you one. That's what you said. Give you a player, and I gave you one.
I got you, Pure fans. I'm putting it in. Michael Crabtree. How did he do his first 3 years?
No, stop adding to it, TD. Stop adding. You keep moving the finish line.
No, because I remember specifically. No, I remember specifically about Michael Crabtree. Hold on. I know he had an injury. I didn't know that it was 2 games before the last. But I remember in Michael Crabtree's early career, why did they say he wasn't turning out to be this 900, 1,000?
There you go. There you go.
Hold on.
When did they say Michael Crabtree?
Hold on. Hold on. His quarterback was also Alex Smith, who wasn't known for producing 1,000-yard receivers.
And also Michael Crabtree made. I would say
when Michael Crabtree first came in this league, they said the only thing that was holding him back, and he's still going to be a star, was his injuries.
Yeah, his size was perfect.
And this man, bro, he didn't turn out to be that guy until his 4th season.
You're reaching.
He didn't turn out to be that guy until his 4th season in the NFL.
I said again, Michael Crabtree is a wide receiver. He had chronic foot problems. His game, he needs his legs to be successful.
Chronic.
Tua,
you're gonna give me an example.
Hang on, let me finish. Tua is a prototypical pocket passer. His game is not predicated upon speed, bro. He's a prototypical pocket passer that has an element of mobility to his game.
Yeah, that he extends. He extends plays. He doesn't rush for 1,200 yards. Like that's not what
he's not. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
he's not.
The life of me, y'all sitting here thinking that that's going to translate in the NFL.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
It's not, bro.
So you're saying that you are not going to translate in the NFL? Is that what you're saying?
It's not for him. He's too small. He's too brittle.
He's the same size as Drew Brees. He's the same size as Drew Brees.
Exactly.
What?
And Drew Brees ain't brittle. Drew Brees ain't brittle like that.
Everyone's
bro.
Listen, Eric. Listen. Just bookmark this stream, and then in a couple of years we'll revisit it. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, all TD is saying is that it's too of a high of a risk right now to say. He's saying right now it's too high of a risk because we don't know what's going on with Tua, which makes sense. Again, what you're saying makes sense too. If his medical checks out, then go ahead and do it. You guys are agreeing on the same thing. It's just that you're putting it at 2 different spectrums on the timeline in his life. He's saying right now, and you're saying after his medical and all that comes out. TD
doesn't want to select him, period. Whether he get a favorable evaluation.
No, that's not true.
Well, thank God that's
Once again, hold on, that's a lie. I can't let him sit here and lie. How many times do I have to sit on here and repeat? Didn't I say if he was available at the 22nd pick, it'll be hard to pass up on? I would even take it.
No. Can I ask you something, TD? Can I just ask you something? If the draft comes along and they say, you know what, he didn't have a pro day, he didn't have a combine, but we do expect him to be, and even the medical staff for the Dolphins say we do expect him to be 100% when he's healthy, would you still draft him?
Where?
Let's say you're drafting between 6 to 10.
No, I wouldn't.
No, even if he's going to be completely healthy.
Let me piggyback off of what Finsanity is saying here. What she's basically telling you. Bro, we have a difference of opinion. My only difference of opinion is where you draft them. It ain't whether you draft
exactly, and that's my argument.
The only difference of opinion is where the risks, the risk that I see us taking in him doesn't have me drafting him early. The risk y'all see still has him draft where. I'm saying that I don't think he's gonna hold up. I would take him there.
Hey, TD, you said you think he's a great talent. You think he's a great talent?
How many times do I have to tell you that he's a great talent and I just I troll you a lot about him because I don't want him early. I don't want him early.
Man, I tell you, bro.
Ian.
Go ahead, Sincere. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You also have to realize that the Dolphins have also put themselves in the place that they'll probably be the last team that's looking for a quarterback to be picking. So what we're saying is, if we're the last team that's going to be really picking a quarterback out of all the teams that need a quarterback, let him pass because guess what? He will be sitting there because another team behind us don't need to address that area right now. So that's now like scheming your draft because if you know to a team which TD is saying, and we're the last team that needs a quarterback that's going to pick a quarterback, go ahead. Because then we do have the assets. If we see another team looking at him, we can move back up. But why neglect another issue if we know we can go back and get him?
But Insanity, that's why you have 13. Only, I'm going to be honest with you. Hang on.
From's hurt.
Hang on, let me start by saying this.
From's hurt.
He is, and Delpit
lit him up. But yeah, go on, Ian.
Delpit's going at number 4, by the way, or 6, 7, wherever we draft.
No, because of his tackling issues, he's going to go in the late teens probably.
Oh, you think so?
Hey, look.
Yeah.
He's perfect. Okay.
Can I talk now? Can I talk?
Go ahead, Ian. Yeah, man, we'll let you talk.
Okay.
We'll let you talk.
Okay. All right. Look. One of the main reasons why I'm entertaining selecting Tua wherever we fall in the top 10 is because of the capital that we have amassed. Any other year, I would be slightly more inclined to agree with TD. But we have amassed so much capital. That is what when they asked Chris Greer, what is the long-term plan of this team? Why are you making them? In other words, why are you making the moves you're making? He said, so we can do whatever the hell we want to do. So they're not going to select, 14 players in this draft. That's, in other words, if there's 7 rounds in any other year, you have 1 pick per round. That in essence, this is 2. They have 14 picks. That's the equivalent of 2 drafts.
I think we're going to end up with about 11 picks.
So again, TD, all I'm saying is this, and any other year outside of this one, I would be more inclined to agree with you. Man, is that thunder I'm hearing? I'm actually could possibly agreeing with TD. Wow, I hear thunder outside, bro. What's up with that? But anyway, this year we can do whatever we want to do. We've amassed the draft capital to be ultra aggressive. So if you grade him that high, if you still are drooling at the mouth over Tua Tagovailoa and our medical team has given him a favorable long-term prognosis, man, you don't play with that kind of talent. Especially, bro, we haven't had a decent quarterback since Dan Marino. What year was that he retired? What, 99?
Mm-hmm. Remember that? God. Remember that last game against Mark Cornell? Oh,
and you're seeing it. All I'm saying is, bro, if you are not enamored with this kid's talent, it's 2 things: you're not watching him enough, and you don't know what the hell you're seeing. And I address that to you, TD, or whoever. All I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me comment on what you're saying and piggyback off of what Finsanity 5 saying, because I want to tell you, Finsanity, here's where they contradict themselves. The hypocrisy comes out from them. Watch this. Let me break down what they just basically put themselves in the corner of. So, how many times have we heard from EM them? Oh, this might actually be good for Miami. there's probably 3 or 4 teams that need a quarterback that's probably going to draft before us, right? They've said that, right? And then they say this might be good for us. He might actually fall to us at 7 and 8 now because of the injury.
You heard me say that?
Yeah, you said that this is probably going to work in our favor because the injury, if it drops him, we got a better chance.
Who are the 4 teams ahead of us? Who are the 4 teams ahead of us that need quarterbacks?
No. I said that, TD. TD. I addressed that to you because you're big on your whole issue is that you don't want to select him 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever. And all I was saying was that he might fall. And if we keep winning, our draft obviously our draft status is going to fall. So to please you, in other words, your theory, I was saying that he could possibly fall later in the draft. The way you don't have to select him at 3, 4, or 5.
And then you say it's better for us because we'll pick him. But if he's that dude and he's that guy that you don't pass on, then why would it even entertain you that he will fall to us? Oh, so basically in your mind, we'll be the only fool team to get him that early because everybody else will pass on him if you
You cannot worry about other people's evaluation. That's how you get
Stop
fired.
that mess.
That's how you get fired.
He's that guy that he should be covered that way. If he's that guy, he should be covered in that way. All people in the cover him that way.
Look at what the New York Giants did last year.
Okay.
Daniel Jones was on nobody's radar. Look at how they crucified every member of their front office for selecting that 6 last year. Crucified them.
Okay.
You know what they get them and said? Y'all can go kick rocks. I'm not going about what your opinion is.
Saying some teams ain't gonna be fools with it. We're not saying that. Okay. If he's that guy, that talent that you basically will find once every 5 years or something, then you should be all throughout your mouth.
No, not necessarily, bro.
It's possible for him. You should be talking about how you don't see how it's possible for him to come to us because it's other teams that need a quarterback ahead of us.
I'm not going about what other people's evaluations are. I'm going by mine and mine, primarily mine only. Period. That's how you get fired.
Burrow getting drafted before Tua? Is Joe Burrow getting drafted before Tua?
He's going 1 to Cincinnati.
He's going 1 to Cincinnati.
I mean, you don't know that.
It's pretty much a former Mr. Ohio. It's going to happen.
If Cincinnati taking a quarterback, is he going? Are they going with Joe Burrow or Tua?
No, they'll select Joe Burrow.
So if he's that guy,
but again, TD, okay, well, according to your, I'm gonna address your point. I'm gonna show you just how the phone is.
Why don't you just say they were smart? They select Tua.
Look. Okay, so Patrick Mahomes went 10 overall. Deshaun Watson went 11 overall. Okay, so what did Ken? Obviously, they will hire him to trade up and to select those 2 players, right? But all the other teams 1 through 9 passed on.
Okay.
So again, Kansas City, the Houston Texans, they went off their own evaluation. Mm-hmm. Obviously they felt higher. Obviously they felt higher on the 2 quarterbacks than 1 through 9 did. Because if we can go, if we can hop in that time machine and go back to that draft, I guarantee you it would be 9 teams passing on.
If we can hop in the time
machine. Him. So my point is, you don't go by other people's evaluation. You go by your own convictions. You don't look back.
Watch out, stump it. Watch out, stump your theory here. If Tua never got hurt, who would Cincinnati take number 1 overall?
I was going to say that.
If Tua, no, answer the question. Don't start dancing. You about to start stuttering like you always do.
No.
If Tua never got hurt, who does Cincinnati take number 1 overall?
They probably take Joe Burrow. They might, because of his connection to that state. He's from Ohio. He was Mr. Ohio. I don't think. Hey, look. Again, you don't go by other people's evaluations. Everybody has different evaluations of each player. They do.
Here's the thing. All we're saying is because Miami is what I'm saying is Miami's in a position where they can get a defensive player, which we need to fill one of these gaps and holes. The only thing we really have to worry about is if the Raiders are going to try to move up, or if the Chargers are done with
San Diego.
Los Angeles, because they're not San Diego anymore. Los Angeles, or if they try to move up. Exactly. So, but you also have to remember that Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, they are who they are. They are amazing talents, but they both went to playoff teams. You dropped them in a playoff team, and all they had to do was not mess it up. And they are, and I'm not saying they're not good, and I'm not saying what's the name, but they had a great product around them. Am I not correct? Okay. So my thing is like this. Hey, Chef Jew, I am awesome. But
Patrick Mahomes win the MVP last year if he was in Miami.
TD, again, what did I say earlier?
Y'all are acting like
it's not an argument. It's not an argument. I was just actually curious.
Y'all need to get out of that mindset like Miami is not going to bring hell.
No one said that. No one said that. Bro, what I'm saying is that we can wait on Tua.
Bro, I'm not saying that to argue. I was just asking that. I know we're going to bring help. We're going to take care of it all. I'm not saying that to argue. I just asked a general question. Does Patrick Mahomes win MVP last year if he was on Miami? Does he have 5,050 touchdowns? Does the league look at him as being that dude if he was on Miami last year? That's just a simple question. I'm just wondering. I'm not trying to argue.
I'm trying to figure out what your point is.
It's not a point. It's a question, bro. It's a question. It's a yes or no.
TD, you have to remember that a lot of his yards were accumulated through Tyreek Hill, who's speed, and Jakeem Grant is speed and he has hands, and so is Albert Wilson. So to me, that's a very interesting question. Like, I would really have to look at that because we don't know what Gesicki would have been if he had Patrick Mahomes throwing him the ball.
And exactly.
So it's a lot to go. He's still Patrick Mahomes. He is still Patrick Mahomes.
So if he's not the MVP, okay, he didn't throw for 53 touchdowns, but he threw for 38. Is that not excellent?
No. It can get bro. Yes, it's excellent. This is a question. This isn't an argument. I'm asking questions. Y'all thinking y'all looking for the ulterior motive here. I was just asking.
How is that relative to what we're talking about comparison with Tua?
No, that was a general question I'm asking. Does Patrick Mahomes does he turn out to be Patrick Mahomes? You know, that guy that we revere as he's about to be the next, you know? Is he Patrick Mahomes? Miami last year, his first season.
So how is that relative to Tua?
He's still Patrick Mahomes-esque. I would say that because Kenyon Drake was still a great receiving back.
I said this was an argument.
Also, and then you also like I said,
TD, how is that relative to our argument about Tua, us selecting Tua?
Bro, I just said it's not relevant. I was just asking a general question. This wasn't to argue.
Why you don't bring up Patrick Mahomes? You had to have a point behind that question.
No, because I said that Patrick Mahomes just dropped into a playoff team.
Yeah, so
I answered that.
It made me wonder. It just made me wonder if he wasn't dropped into a playoff team, would we be singing his praises the same way? I was just wondering.
Well, I think he would be excellent because of his freakish talent. He'd be excellent anywhere.
So he would have made the difference last year. We could have probably made the playoffs.
If Ryan Fitzpatrick is making a difference this year, Patrick Mahomes would have too as well, bro. Yeah. Come on.
No, I'm talking about last year. I'm talking about last year. We would have probably made it. Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Can I just say something? I think if you sit any quarterback for a year, you're going to get a difference as opposed to just throwing a guy to the wolves.
Yeah.
No, this is just a case of me putting people on record. I think Mahomes
is. You got to take you have to take every situation into context. So he went to a quarterback-friendly environment, but not only that, he got to sit and learn a year. And I keep saying
that's what Tua would do. That's exactly.
I agree. I think any quarterback we draft should sit a year.
And then on top of that, you don't think all this praise y'all heap on our coaching staff about the potential, what y'all are not,
that's a major factor.
Is the coaching. Y'all heap praise on this coaching staff every single week. Okay, so you don't think Tua could benefit under that tutelage? You don't think so?
Coaches can't teach ankles and hips. Coaches can't.
Come on, man.
He will get healthy. He will get healthy.
Yeah.
He's gonna get healthy.
Yeah. Your only really hope, TD, is that he starts having a blood flow problem. That's really
no. I don't have, bro. I don't have hope. I hope that if
we talking to health, that's the only thing that's gonna hold up the hit.
Bro, I don't care if we traded up to number 1 and said Tua Tagovailoa is our quarterback. If he's ended up being drafted our quarterback, man, I'm praying that this kid gets it done and he doesn't have any issues.
Yeah,
I'm just scared. It's a risk.
I want to see your face.
Y'all act like you know what y'all problem is? Y'all act like people not allowed to have that concern. Y'all act like people are not allowed.
I never said that.
So why would you sit here and say that I'm hope like my only hope is that he has blood for blood?
No, because you keep bringing up the hip. Because you keep saying the hip.
He's trolling. Y'all got to know when TD's trolling and when he's being serious.
No,
they don't know. They can't tell the difference.
You think I'm being serious?
I've been watching TD for 2 years. I've never seen him spew out the hate towards one player
more lies.
No, I'm not. Hold on.
Lies.
Listen,
he said he's been watching me for 2 years. I only had this channel for a year and a half. Lies.
Sorry, year and a half.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry, year and a half.
But again,
I've never heard you so critical.
He was spying on me, y'all. Before I had the channel, he was spying on me, y'all.
But again, the whole thing was context. He said the hip. I said the only hope for the hip to be a problem is a blood flow problem. That's it. I'm not saying TD sits there and praises a voodoo shrine and hopes that Tua never recovers and puts needles.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. Reason I knew what you meant, but the way that EM was seconding it, it was a little malicious. So that's why I had to put this comment up here on the screen. It said I would see TD rooting against Tua just to say, "See, I told you." No, you know what'll happen? I'll be sitting there cheering for Tua, and if he gets hurt, then I would flip my wig and say, "This is what I was worried about." And then y'all would sit there, "Oh, see, you're rooting for this to happen." No, this was what. See, y'all act like people can't have a general opinion of if he comes to Miami and he ends up getting hurt again, and I say, "This is what I was worried about." Y'all want to make it seem like, see, you rooting against him. No, this was
you know what? Hey, you know why, TD? You know why people gonna feel that way is because when he got hurt in that Mississippi State game, you threw a party, bro. You was sitting up there celebrating, popping bottles and everything else when he got hurt. See, I told y'all.
I wasn't popping bottles. I wasn't popping bottles that he got hurt. I popped bottles because it made it a less probability of him coming to us. Never say difference.
We all have to realize that sometimes, like, you know about probability. You're a very small man, right? If a guy is injured, right, and he only comes back after 2 weeks, I don't know too many injuries that you come back off of 2 weeks, period.
Yeah, exactly.
Surgery.
Yeah.
A 2-week recovery. What is the probability of that guy getting hurt? It's very high. And that's all TD has been saying is that the probability, if you put this guy in before he's ready, like I said, because we know our fan base, and I love every single one of y'all, but let Rosen go out there and throw one interception. Everyone in that stadium is going to be yelling for Tua to come in. All I'm saying is that it's a probability thing. Tua should have never played that game. Tua should have.
Hey, you remember what I said? Hey, you remember what I said? Hey, you remember when I said he should shut it down and y'all crucified me?
No, I didn't. I'm the one sitting here that Saban should have been the adult and said, "Yo, but if they ended up listen, if he gets hurt, you're going with Mac Jones anyways. You might as well rode Mac Jones for a couple of weeks and then brought him back to the end of the schedule to get to the playoffs. If you're gonna bring him back."
Reason they was throwing stones at me, bro. I said when I told them when they were all when they were hyping up this November 9th game, I told them, I said, look, for me personally, I said he should shut it down for the rest of the year because all of these fools gonna come out of woodwork, dissecting his game, and he's gonna go out there and press himself, and he's gonna wind up hurting himself further. That's what I told them, and they started throwing stones at me, bro.
And look at EM. Did it hurt Nick Bosa's draft stock that he got injured and said, "Yo, I'm not coming back. I'm worrying." That's what you got to do.
Absolutely not.
But it goes back to what we said, EM. It's one of the things we love about him. He's a leader. He's a competitor. He wants to be on the field. So, but I do think Saban should have been the adult. And I think Finsandy was totally right with what she said earlier about Saban. And when she went down a little tangent about him, she was totally 100% right.
I agree with her on that. I agree with her on that point. I definitely agree. So, no, TD, bottom line is
Brown.
Hey,
on the screen.
TD.
That's what I'm scared of. That's what I'm scared of.
TD,
That's why you're a hater.
Hey, TD, I thought we kept it 100 on this channel. Go on and admit, bro. You don't want the dude to succeed. You want him to fall on his face, flat on his face, and fail. Just admit that.
Has never wanted to not succeed.
Biggest misconception ever. Bro, we are pre-draft. Miami has decisions to make.
I don't know what
I'm the GM in that office. You're gonna say, thank God I ain't. But if I'm the GM in that office, I'm building this narrative right now because I think it's a mistake at this point. Now, I could be wrong. He might be the greatest thing ever, and I'm going to be like, man, thank God that my concerns didn't matter.
Now,
but y'all act like people can't feel that way. Y'all act like people cannot feel that way. That ain't cool. Are people not allowed to feel concerned? Are people not allowed to feel like he's a concern?
TD, I'm concerned. I'm concerned just like any prospect getting hurt and not living up to their draft status.
My concerns tell you don't draft him that early, but you can still take a chance on him, but at least later in the first round. I want to play it a little safer because if we're wrong on this, we got all these other assets. You just go get another one, but we just wasted a very valuable one. Okay. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
If you give Josh Rosen,
I can't hear you, Finsanity. I can't hear you.
What?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. If you put a defense around Josh Rosen, now he's more of a game manager. He doesn't have to be that guy that goes out there and win you games, which I believe he can develop into being. That's all we're saying is that if you do want to take Tua, we know that out of all the teams we know that definitely need a quarterback, we're going to be the last one picking. So we're going to get, unless we're moving up, we're getting like the last pick of the litter, sort of say. And we're saying is like you said, we're not going to use all our draft picks. So if we can go get a defensive guy that can help shore up this defense that is starting to form a great chemistry. I mean, we don't know what we're going to do in free agency. And then we can still on top of that get Tua. My question to you is why not do that? Why not do that? Why not do that?
When is the next time we're gonna have a pick above 7? You got to think about that too. When is the next time we're gonna have a draft pick in the top 10? That's what you got to think about too. You talk about, but we got all these other assets. But when is the next time we are going to have?
I thought she asked me the question. That's what I thought. Last time. Am I wrong on that? Was she addressing me?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Finsanity, I don't necessarily disagree.
Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead.
I am not opposed to to your point. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying I do not want to fool. Again, it goes back. If I have that high evaluation on him, I just don't want to play around and fool because you don't know what's going to happen. Some team could get offer if we pass on him. If we're picking at 5 and we select. I mean, I don't know who, Epinesa or a tackle or something, with the intentions of possibly waiting and stalling and possibly trade back up, like y'all said. A team could totally jump right after us and give whatever team that's picking after us, give them the world and select him there. What I'm saying is, I don't want to entertain that scenario is what I'm saying. So if he's your guy, you select him and you don't look back.
Okay, so what if he's not the guy? Because
at the end of the day, the draft is a crapshoot. You don't know who's gonna pan out. All you can do is go by your convictions and your evaluations on each player that you select in that draft. That's all you can go by. You can't live in, well, what if this? Look at Jeff Ireland. Listen to the story of Jeff Ireland of Russell Wilson.
he did the exact same thing. That he was so sold on Russell Wilson, but why did he select Ryan Tannehill? Because he fits the physical profile of what at that time was the idea that the way a prototypical quarterback should look. And look at where that turned out.
I think a lot of this.
So if he would have stuck to his guns and selected Russell Wilson at that point, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. So you can't live in purgatory. You cannot live in purgatory. You have to stick to your convictions and roll with it. And if the chip fall in your favor, great. If not, they'll be looking for a job.
But what if they want to see what Rosen can be? Because that's another thing. We don't know what their evaluation on Rosen is, and because of that, we're stuck here thinking we need one.
Well, assuming that's the Dolphins' conviction. That he based off of his resources, that's the Dolphins' conviction is Tua.
TD, I always preface what I'm saying about Tua is based on the reports that have been put out there by not just people that I follow, but everywhere. All these rumors got to be coming from somewhere. They had to be. Now they have quieted. Now since he got hurt, they have quieted somewhat. Because people that I've been listening to, especially recently, they're not as quite as adamant and sold on the fact that Miami will select him with their first round pick. Now they didn't say they wouldn't, but I just don't hear them, hyping up that Tua hype train as much as they did prior to him injuring his hip. So it could, we'll wait and see. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. We'll wait and see.
But we'll wait and see. There's Again, we won't know the direction. We'll have a clearer picture on the direction that our team is going in once free agency starts, March 1st.
There's a really good they do good college coverage and they do some good mock draft coverage. They're called Chat Sports. They have about 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, and they come out with a mock draft weekly, and they just came out with theirs yesterday. So with the Houston pick at 25, they had us taking Jonathan Taylor, running back Wisconsin. With the Pittsburgh pick at 22, they had us taking Alex Leatherwood, tackle Alabama, and then at number 4, they had us taking Tua Tagovailoa. Still,
I'm telling you, man, these people, these inner circles, bro, they do. It's impossible to keep a secret.
It's funny to me. It's funny to me right now that we sit here and say Joe Burrow and Tua is leaps and bounds above every. But if Joe Burrow and Tua is on the board at number 4, how you would still go Tua?
It all depends on the medical.
Based off of this question,
depends on the medical.
I would go Joe Burrow. If we had to take a quarterback, I'm honest to say I wouldn't take neither of them. But if we had to take a quarterback, because I don't feel like that's the pressing need immediately right now. But that's why. So to answer your question, Anthony, I don't feel like this year coming up is the immediate need, but next year is if Rosen ends up not being the answer. And we'll have some other draft prospects that may fit the bill next year as well coming out. So I'm looking at it that way. Just my thought.
I'm not that high on Joe Burrow, so no. The answer is no to me. I'm just not that high on Joe Burrow.
The reason why I'm not sold on Joe Burrow, to me, it ain't nothing but, I mean, y'all can criticize me all you want on this, but I don't see where Joe Burrow checks the boxes way better than Tannehill. Y'all can argue with that and say I'm just being a Tannehill guy, but I don't see where he's more accurate. Way better than. How is he more accurate? This is college football where these guys are more open. You talk about he's more accurate. This is college football. They're more open.
You go put their college tape up against each other. It's not even close.
Not.
Bro, come on. Did you watch him at Texas A&M? Because he wasn't that great at Texas A&M.
He's talking about Tannehill
right now. No, the team wasn't that great. The team wasn't that great.
What, Texas A&M?
Yes, when Tannehill was the QB.
Johnny Manziel took almost the exact same team the next year and did way better.
See how y'all throw little.
Johnny Manziel was in Heisman running with that same exact team.
Where's Johnny Manziel? Anyway,
I'm talking about who's better.
Hold on. I love how y'all throw out those little subtle words like they don't make a difference.
Let's put Tannehill. How do you think Tannehill would have done in Cleveland? How do you think Tannehill would have done?
Who knows?
Would have been out of the league. Out of the league.
Tannehill in a bad situation, just like Cleveland was putting up 4,000 yards. But anyway, let me answer this. It's funny how y'all always throw out y'all comments with small, subtle words like they don't make a difference, like the people listening won't catch the subtle words. Johnny Manziel almost had the same almost the same team, and look what he did with them. Almost. Y'all love throwing out these little subtle words like that don't make a difference.
He didn't
like
have
almost.
What first round talent? What first round talent did Manziel have on Texas A&M with him?
What first round talent did Tannehill have?
It's because they had the same thing. That's what I'm
Wait.
You tell me what the difference was. You tell me what the difference was when you're almost. Can you tell me what the difference was when almost?
What Michael Williams at Texas A&M at that time, during that time?
Mike Williams, the receiver
from Tampa Bay. Yeah, he was.
You mean Evans, Mike Evans?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike Evans.
Mike Evans?
Probably the guy that Tannehill got the ball to him. He probably, if he was, then he probably the guy that the ball to. That's probably why he went. That's probably why he went in the NFL.
Yeah, he had Mike Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans was there. But I do think I would say this though, from a physical standpoint, Tannehill is even coming out as just if you grade him just on physical traits, I think he's head and shoulders above Joe Burrow. Will ever be. I just don't think I'm just not high. I don't deem Joe Burrow as an elite talent. I think he's more of a product of what he has around him. Ooh, great one. What's good with you, man?
Just told you on the screen. He told
Great
you.
One, you gotta come and talk to us. That's what you have to do.
I'm jealous of him. I never got flowers.
I hear you, great one. I hear you.
I'm not doing
this. My flowers, EM. I mean, you all in we giving flowers.
This is an open panel, correct? This is
go on and hop on, great one. Come get some of this. Come get some.
I know
Great
Travis
been
wants
running,
to
man. Ever since I challenged him in Madden, man. He been running ever since I challenged him in Madden. It is an open panel, ladies and gentlemen.
I got about 15 more minutes. Tell me to get in here.
Actually, I just realized I got people backstage. Didn't even know. Man, Quint, man, I don't know if his audio worked though. Quint.
It worked.
Oh, Quint,
you hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Hey,
man, we got a breakthrough, man.
Hey, man.
We've been seeing
this buffoonery needs to stop today. This buffoonery needs to stop today.
Hey, man.
From who?
Hey, stop.
Hey, hold on. Let me tell you something, baby.
Go ahead, bro.
When Tannehill was in college, he had Mike Evans and Swoop, the tight end / wide receiver. He made him have the most receiving yards in college that 1 year. I watched college football. I know football. Reasons. I like reasons because reasons become more facts. I like reasons. You need to talk like Mr. Ballgame. I don't like you. I don't like your facts because you be saying some dumb stuff, and I don't understand what you be saying. I respect everybody's opinion, but yours because you are biased. You is biased. I don't want to say bad words to my daughter's right next to you. You say some crazy things.
Like what?
You're very biased. You fixated on one player. You fixated on one player. You're fixated. You fixated on Tua. A person that's injury prone. A person he has a hip injury that takes 2 years to 3 years for you to recover from. Just like hold on, wait. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
The Dolphins, we gave up on Tannehill. It takes 2 years for you to get better after a knee surgery. Just like the Eagles fan want to throw Carson Wentz away, it takes 2 years for you to get better. Trust yourself.
For the record, Tua doesn't have.
Hey, I'm not finished. I am not finished.
Tua
has 2 ankle injuries, a hip injury, and he had a concussion.
Broken nose.
That's all at one time. One injury. Yeah, broken nose.
He had a fractured tongue.
I'm not saying the man is not good. Ian, I'm not saying the young man is not good. He is a good talent. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's a good talent.
Well, what's the problem?
But he's too injured. He's too injury prone.
Stop, man. You can't live in that kind of life.
Ian, I am 5'11". I am 5'11". That man is no taller than me. They're trying to say he's 6'1". I met Drew Brees before. He's not 6 feet tall. That man is the same height as me.
Stop it, bro.
I met Zach Thomas. I'm taller than Zach Thomas.
They probably take the height measurement.
Zach Thomas is my favorite football player of all time. Him and Emmitt
But Tua was wearing extended. He was wearing.
Towering over Zach Thomas. Zach Thomas got to be like 5'9".
Hey, look. So get to your point. I don't have that much time. Get to your point.
Hey, man, you can't get on here and start with your buffoonery now. You can't get on your buffoonery now.
So
it's just like you don't like when somebody point out facts to you. You get angry.
No.
And you point that finger.
No. Let's be clear now. Let's keep it 100 on here, bro. Okay.
I'm gonna say this, Ian. Don't take what I'm saying to heart. I'm just joking, okay?
Not at all.
I love the team just like everybody else. Don't take it to heart, man. It's not that serious.
You gonna give me a chance to respond? Can I respond?
Hey, you don't let nobody else get a chance. Why should I think
okay.
You don't like it, do you, baby? I have a strong personality just like you. I can keep going. And I'm a quiet person at heart, but if I see somebody bullying somebody, I gotta step in.
Hey, I am too. Hey, I'm quiet by nature as well. I'm quiet by belief.
I'm an introvert. I know I am.
I am as well. What you saying? But are you gonna give me a chance to respond?
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
Okay, first off, for the record though, you said Tua doesn't have a knee injury, he has a hip injury, okay? Just to correct you for clarification.
I'm gonna say one thing before you start. Remember, he has a hip injury. A hip injury takes 2 to 3 years for you to recover from fully.
Okay. So you're a doctor now.
Look at Mike Pouncey. Look at Mike Pouncey. Mike Pouncey still has the same injury.
You a doctor now?
No, wait. I'm not finished.
Is that true?
I am not finished. He still has the same injury. Right.
Is that true?
Offensive players who have hip injuries do not recover.
Defensive
players.
Is that true?
He's a defensive player. He goes forward.
But who's taking more contact in that area?
I was just asking.
A linebacker or a guy who gets 6 to 8 pressures a game, right?
Yeah. But you got to think about this. The quarterback dropped back.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's doing more pressure. He's doing more pressure with that hip to any other player on the field, right?
My only concern with the hip is 1, blood flow, and 2, what's the explosiveness going to be from it when he
it might not be the same.
He
might be Chad Pennington. You never know.
Well, Chad Pennington is one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time. So
but he's gonna throw past 20 yards.
Yeah, hey, give me the intermediate all day.
Just like people like to say in 2007, 2008, we went to the playoffs with Chad Henne. It wasn't Chad Henne. It was Ronnie Brown and Ricky Williams brought us to the playoffs. I don't care what nobody says. If you gotta take a quarterback off the field to do something special, it's not you.
Did we ask for
Am I right or wrong?
I don't think
do you see the Patriots taking Tom Brady off the field to run a Wildcat? No.
I don't think nobody up here asked for a history lesson. Last time I checked.
You bring out your history lesson, but you don't like what somebody does.
I want to respond.
Come on now, baby. What's up here Saturday? What's going on here Saturday?
I want Ian to respond. I would love to hear his response.
No, because I don't like what he be doing to you. I don't like what he be doing in Mr. Ball game. And I like Reeves, because Reeves be having some real stuff.
You got to understand, when Quinn come in the room, he give EM a same dose of his medicine.
Yeah, he don't like
it. He intentionally trying to cut him off to try to help him understand.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, Quinn, let him respond, Quinn.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, EM.
You good? You good?
Go ahead.
We good, bro. We good.
Well, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, you also got to realize, I'm messing with you, man.
Go ahead.
Let this man go.
First off, your opinion on how I conduct myself, how I interact with other people on this panel means nothing to me. Okay, I want to establish that first and foremost.
Oh, you so sensitive.
Or anybody in the comments section for that matter. But anyway, so the point is, you disagree with my analysis of a prospect that we could be possibly selected, and you're saying I don't bring facts, bro.
No, but you don't listen to everybody else. You pounce to them. You're not listening. Because Ken Shannon and TD been saying the same thing for an hour, and you keep saying something totally different.
No, because I disagree.
All they're saying is, why would you draft a player who has high injury concerns? That's all they're saying. Wait, let me finish. All they're saying is, why would you draft a player with your first pick with injury concerns who's not going to play? That's a wasted pick. That's like drafting Michael Jordan with a broken kneecap.
That's ridiculous.
Riddle.
Come on, that's how you feel. You feel like Michael Jordan.
Riddle, are you in the small? Hold on, before you go, I'm sorry, I just gotta ask him this. Riddle, are you in the group that believes that? And this is just a question: if you spend a top 10 draft pick on a quarterback, he should play right away, or do you think he should?
No, I don't want him to play.
Okay,
I didn't want Tannehill to play. I wanted David Garrard to play that year.
Okay, Em, go ahead, Em.
That's why I feel as though Rosen might be the quarterback of the future. Y'all sleeping on it.
Yes.
Rosen plays just like Aaron Rodgers. He plays just like Aaron Rodgers. I don't see how nobody sees it. Go ahead, my brother.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you.
And I'm gonna say one more thing before you start. Don't forget this. Rosen is Tua is older than Rosen.
Oh shit!
Remember that. Remember that.
Are you done? So I'm gonna ask you this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you to give an educated answer. What has Josh Rosen done to convince you to make you think he's the guy? What has he done?
What has Tua done?
Thank you. What's going on, baby?
Can you respond?
That's crazy.
What has he done?
All right, answer the question, though. Answer the question.
I'm asking you. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's done to me. He's shown he can make throws. He's shown he can do certain things. But you gotta understand, technically, he's still a young player. He is still 22 years old.
Okay,
and Tua is older than him. Tua is gonna be 23 years old. He coming to league.
I don't know why I never put that together. That Tua older.
This is my. Hey, so I guess I need to.
And I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna say everything Tua can do, he can do.
Okay. Anyway, like I said, I guess I need to.
Did you not see it? Spin Sandy, you can see how you looking right there.
Listen, did I say anything?
Look at the first game he started. He was doing the same thing. They're rolling out, throwing on different platforms, just like Aaron Rodgers.
Did I say anything?
They were just dropping passes.
I didn't say
anything.
Am I
right or wrong, TD?
Did I say anything?
Did you see that?
You're ridiculous, bro. You're ridiculous.
I'm not ridiculous. I'm not ridiculous. Tua is not good. I'm just saying I would not
Rosen,
play with my first pick.
Josh Rosen.
So obviously,
that's my thing. I don't.
Hang on. So obviously, people in NFL circles, they agree with what they have the same mindset that I have, because they keep mocking him to the Dolphins, and I get this. They are mock drafts, but you still hear the whispers that Miami is still enamored with this prospect. So you gonna argue with people in NFL circles that get paid, that are credentialed, that do this for a living on their evaluation? They have the same evaluation I have on this prospect. But you gonna sit and say I don't bring facts and my analysis is buffoonish, and you're not gonna. I get 98% of my information from people that do this for a living, is what I told, and that was my whole point with TD and all the rest of the fools that agree with his analysis of Tua. You don't know what you're looking at. That's why I'm always applying. Get your behind in the film room. Sit your behind down in front of people that get paid for that know how to critique a prospect and close your mouth and learn something. That's what I did. And that's why I have such a high value. I'm unbiased. I am totally objective in the analysis of Tua Tagovailoa. I'm just telling you what I see. Period. So I happen to have the same evaluation that people in NFL circles have, but mine is buffoonish. Really, bro? Come on, man. Nonsense. You need to stop, bro. You really need to stop.
Should he respond now? Because I muted everybody because I don't want it to be unfair. I want you to have your opportunity too.
Go ahead. That's fine. Let him respond.
All right. Let me make sure. Let me bring him in. Let me bring everybody back in.
Go
ahead, guys. Oh, what's this Saturday?
Hey, let me say this to you. You still not answering the question. I understand you saying when the medical checks out. If the medical checks out.
I'm coming.
If the medical checks out.
Hurry up.
But he already got injured 2 years back to back. He got injured the last year with an ankle. This year with an ankle. This year with a hip. A concussion and a broken nose. Why would you draft a player with your first pick? I'm not saying not to. I am not talking about with the first pick. With your first pick, why would you draft them with your first pick? If somebody else drafts, oh well, you gotta move on. Just like the next man up with football, basketball. If somebody get hurt, the next man up.
Well,
you understand, man? And I feel as though you could do the same things you want to do with Tua, with Rosen. You gotta see what you got, because drafting, trading a second round pick, that is the starting player. That is a starting player.
Not necessarily.
All right, I'm gonna say this to you. The Patriots got 2 second round picks for Jones, and that's a Hall of Fame player. That's a starting player.
For who?
Chandler Jones.
Okay.
The Cardinals traded 2 second round picks for Chandler Jones.
Okay.
That's a Hall of Fame player. Let me finish. That's a Hall of Fame player. Right? To me, from the first to the 4th round, you can get starting level players, Hall of Fame players in the 4th.
No, that's not necessarily
yes, you
true,
can.
Bro.
Hey, you
got data.
Bro, you can get Hall of Fame players anywhere. You can get Hall of Fame players anywhere.
But
I'm talking about from the 1st to the 4th round. Those are starting level players on most teams. Am I right or wrong? You can go to almost any team and find an offensive lineman, 4th round, 3rd round.
I agree with that.
You understand? Those are starting level players.
Okay.
Up to those 4 rounds. Most of it is a crapshoot. You're just picking the best player on the board.
No, I'm not disputing that. I agree with that.
You understand? Because don't try to act like I don't have football knowledge. I probably got more than you, but I don't say anything. You fixated on one thing. I look at others. I look at the whole picture. To me, I don't think we should draft a quarterback this year. I think we need to build the team. I'm gonna say this to you. When we had Tannehill, I like Tannehill. Tannehill was not the problem. It was the team. The team was garbage. The team was garbage. I'm gonna say this to you. How many times? I'm gonna ask you something, Ian. How many times Tannehill put up 20-something points and the defense give up 45, 35? How many times Tannehill drew down the field and had a game-winning touchdown, and the defense gave up a touchdown to let them win the game?
In 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Oh, man,
and it's true.
Bro.
How many times the coach... Wait. Let me finish. Because a quarterback is built on game and playoff experiences, right? Drew Bledsoe was the man when he played with Dan Marino. And he was dueling back and forth with Dan Marino. Remember when Tannehill's 2nd and 3rd year in the league, he was dueling with Peyton Manning. He was dueling back and forth. The coach effed up the game. Called the timeout just like with the Packers game. Tannehill was going back and forth with 2 of the greatest football players ever played. Best quarterbacks ever played the game. And I don't like
here's what somebody just said this in the comment section. They said, hold on. They said, how many times Tannehill lose us the game? This is what kills me, man.
It's not
Hold on. We're down. We'll be in the 4th quarter. Hold on. We'll be in the 4th quarter with 6 minutes left, down by 2 touchdowns. And just because he's taking extra risks on on a 4th and 13 and throw a pick when nobody open. Oh, Tannehill, see, he ain't done. Stop that, man. This man lose us games.
How do we?
Let me finish. I'm gonna shut up after this. I'm gonna stop after this. Wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. How can you blame a player? First, he couldn't throw the deep pass. He couldn't read the defense his first year. Then the second year, he got better at reading the defense.
Why are we talking about Tannehill?
Hey, because I don't like how people do stuff because we're gonna make the same mistake. If you're gonna draft the quarterback, you're gonna make the same mistake.
Oh, so you agree Tannehill was a mistake now? Oh, really?
I am. See how you picking a word? You picking a word. You're gonna make them the same mistakes for not building a team. When you build a team,
Tannehill was not a mistake.
When you build a team,
Tannehill was not a mistake.
I'm gonna say this. It's not a mistake. He was not a mistake. He's not. But like if you build, I'm gonna say this. Tannehill proves to you if you build an offensive line around Tannehill, get him weapons. But think about it, every time he got camaraderie with the receiver, they let him go. Charles Clay, Devon Best. Think about it. If Devon Best was still here, he was getting him going to prison or nothing like that. He would be one of the best slot receivers ever played.
I like Devon Best better than Jakeem Grant.
Thank you. Charles Clay was the man. He was here. I'm gonna say Tannehill helped that man get that contract. He ain't do this squat since then. He ain't do diddly squat since he left the Dolphins. Charles Clay. You gotta agree with me with that now. He helped him. He did fall off when he left.
When McBride wasn't supposed to, I remember him having a game against us, but we ain't gonna go there.
Are we gonna talk about?
It's crazy to me that you mentioned all these receivers.
Insanity. I don't see how you have so much hate towards Tannehill, but you love Bob McCain. You love Bob McCain, but you got hate towards Tannehill.
Why do people think I hate Tannehill?
You do. I can see it in your face.
I feel like if you don't say a quarterback is you hate him,
female family members in my family. I know when a woman don't like you. I can see it in your face. I know what a woman. He know what I'm talking about. He got sisters and cousins. I know. I can look in your face and tell you lying. I can look in your face and tell you lying.
I don't think she dislike him. I just think she don't appreciate him.
Here's the thing. You know what? I wish you guys could come around when I'm around my family.
I'm gonna wear my tight Tannehill jersey and wear it on live with y'all. I'm gonna have my.
But here's the thing, though, and like a lot of people, because I say a lot of people, they see this. If you were to talk to my dad, if you were to talk to my cousins, my uncles,
your dad
my
the same
aunts,
way. I can tell when he was on here.
No. When Tannehill got drafted,
he really don't like Tannehill.
I know he's the same way. She don't like it.
That's why don't bring my daddy to this, because my daddy ain't here to defend himself. But here's the thing.
Hey, when you see him, tell him stop running.
Do we really have to talk about Tannehill?
I have to because I wasn't on the chat that time. My sound wasn't working. I have to because it's like y'all want to blame on one person when it's a team effort.
Can y'all hear me?
That's why
we can hear you now. You had paused.
It's a team effort.
Can I address something?
I'm gonna ask you something, Ian. Do you think Tom Brady's first 10 years in the league, he was the best quarterback in the league?
No, not for the duration of 10 years.
No. He was I'm gonna say this. Tom Brady was a game manager. He never threw past 3,500, 34 yards, 34.
What was that year?
Nobody raved about Tom Brady.
That was the 1 year. That's 1 year.
Nobody, to be honest with you, Tom Brady wasn't even considered great. It's just that the more he won, Tom Brady's fame in status comes from the records.
Yes.
Nobody never now outside of the last 4 years, you saw the level of play. Not last year, but I'm saying y'all know that like 2 years ago, before a 3 year stretch, you saw him be that guy. But before that, the other 12 years, he was just a great game manager, and his record is what gives him the notoriety to the point of you keep winning like this. Now you have no choice but to say greatest. It's people act like Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't look like Patrick Mahomes looked last year. Tom Brady.
Can I ask one more question? I want to ask you one more question. One more question.
Hang on, real quick. Hey, I've been on record as saying I don't deem Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback. He's the most accomplished. There's a difference. I never said he was the best. He's the most accomplished. So I'm not in the group that thinks he's the best ever to do it. He's just more accomplished than everybody else in terms of winning Super Bowls. But go ahead.
Can I address something?
Go ahead.
Now, when people say that I am a Tannehill hater, I feel like all of that comes and is skewed because I don't think the man is elite. There has never been a time that I
none of us think he's elite.
No one says he's elite.
Exactly, but that's why I hate him because I said he's not that guy, and not that guy to me translate to to the noun elite. So there's been many times I was like, Dad, Tannehill's going to carry us to the playoffs this year. I know it. Tannehill can do it. All that. You guys don't hear that part. You guys don't know the backdrop of how much I was behind Tannehill. I don't care. I don't support anybody that on this team. And once you're not on this team, I'm going to fully evaluate you for who you are. I have lost countless of jerseys and Dolphins merchandise saying, hey, Dad, Tannehill going to have that season this year. He's going to be a Pro Bowler. All that. So don't say that I am a Tannehill.
I'm going to go get my Tannehill jersey.
Texas, he had two Pro Bowl years, and he didn't go to the Pro Bowl.
Don't say that I am a Tannehill hater because I'm not on here singing his praise every single day.
It's not about that. It's just if the Giants can win with Eli Manning, we can win with Tannehill.
Hold on. Eli Manning had a 5.
He had a better team.
He also had a 5-year. He had a 5-year stretch. He had a 5-year stretch where he was putting up really good numbers. If you go look back.
Look. If Tannehill plays 2 years, he have more passing yards than most quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame right now. You can't tell me Troy Aikman was the man.
He wasn't.
He was having a great team.
He was okay.
He was okay.
He wasn't great.
Quinte, whatever your name is.
Hey man, don't disrespect my name, man. My mother.
No.
Don't do that. Just call me Quint like everybody else. Just call me Quint. Don't mess up the name. That make me mad. Don't do that. My mother gave me that name. Just call me Riddle. Yes, thank you.
That's what I'm trying to clarify. Is your name pronounced Quinte or Quint?
It's Quinte. It's Quinte.
Okay. Well, I was correct.
Yeah, you was correct.
So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, and you say that I'm biased towards Tua, and look at the love affair that y'all have with Ryan Tannehill, and he's done.
But my thing, we're not saying Tua's a bad.
But we're logical about it. We're logical about it. There's logic behind it.
Yes, thank you.
There's logic. There's logic behind it.
It's logic. It is. Thank you.
Really?
It's logic. I'm gonna say this. We never built a team around the man not one time. It don't matter. I'm gonna say if we drafted Lamar Jackson last year, we will not be in the playoffs right now. Lamar Jackson will not be doing the things he's doing right now.
And then Tannehill had 3 first-year coaches, not one. He had 3 first-year coaches, 3 offensive coordinators. The man couldn't sit down and learn nothing. It's not the man. It's not the man's fault yet. But we didn't do enough for the man.
Oh, hold on. My bad, guys. One moment. Y'all give me a second. I had to mute everybody. I need to see something. It's not working. My audio. Hold on. Let me bring everybody on. Can y'all hear me? Shake your head, yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay, they can hear me.
Yeah.
Can y'all please?
No, there it is.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
So, can you please explain to me? First off, I hope y'all know what the word logic means. Okay. 2, I hope that y'all. So,
Lord, man. Hey, man, you always disrespect somebody before you talk.
That's all I'm saying.
You always disrespect. That's why people always want to come for you. You always disrespect me before you talk.
Bring it. Anybody want to come for me? Bring it, baby. Bring it.
Okay.
Don't let him talk, Ian. Let him talk.
Hold on.
Let Casey talk.
Hang on. Okay.
Go ahead.
Hang on, Casey.
Go ahead.
So I'm trying to figure out. I asked TD this numerous of times. Please explain to me the logic behind this unsubstantiated love affair with Ryan Tannehill. I mean, did I miss something? Please explain it to me.
I think if you want my opinion as a guy who liked him and recognized him as a above average QB, I think what the thing is, EM, is next to Jay Fiedler, he's the best thing we had since Marino.
I agree with that.
I think people get hung up on that, but he does have respectable numbers when you break it down. And when he had that unicorn line, when I keep going back to when he had Brandon Albert and Pouncey and Tunsil, he was good.
I agree. I've never said. I've been on record saying Tannehill's not garbage. He's just not the quarter. He's just not the quarterback, in my opinion, that can put the team on his to. He can't take a talent deficient team, and he cannot take that team to the playoffs.
So you say Eli Manning did the same thing?
What? I just you know what I'm saying.
See, I do think you need to put pieces. I do think you need to put pieces around him. So I agree with you. In our situation right now, if you slotted him right now, he'd be getting killed. Like he'd be getting killed.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna change the quarterback because So I know that according to EM Dolphins fan, he feels like Nick Needham is enough at cornerback, correct? And I remember he said, no, hold on. No. I'm saying as far as drafting, because I remember you did say that there's no cornerback in college right now.
When we talked about Okuda, when we brought up Okuda.
Yeah. That he would take because Nick Needham is playing at an elite level.
No.
He said he wouldn't take it with the first pick.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I mean. So, how can you say that when it comes to Josh Rosen, who's been in the league for a year and some change now, not allowing him to get his opportunity, but picking Tua over him?
Hey, look. Repeat that. Can you repeat that for me?
Okay.
You're breaking up.
Hey, before he repeats it, y'all, I'll be right back. Y'all can continue. Please be responsible. Don't let it get out of control. I don't know where my wallet is. I gotta go find my wallet, so I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, Casey. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is, so with the first round pick, you believe that cornerback is not worth a pick because of that asset, Nick Needham is doing enough. So how can you say that? But with Josh Rosen, you feel like we should waste a first-round pick on the quarterback?
No. What I said was I am impressed. I'm not saying Jeffrey Okuda does not warrant a top 10 pick. I never said that. All I said was only thing I said was to clarify. So I'm on record again for the 10th time. That I said as long as Nick Needham keeps trending in the direction that he's been trending in since they inserted him into the starting lineup. And I quote again. Since from the time they inserted him into the starting lineup, he's been one of the highest graded rookie cornerbacks in the league. Now, as far and when I was saying it was ball game was saying we had a debate on. He thinks we should take Okuda, and I said because I don't think we should, not at number 5 because of the direction that the high level that Nick Needham is playing at. I don't think it's a pressing need right now. I really don't.
Okay.
So as far as go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
But my point is, as far as Josh Rosen is concerned, to answer your question, Rosen is not performing at an elite level. He's giving you nothing. He's performing at a historically low level. And you can blame the offensive line, you can blame what he had around him, but we see how the difference in terms of the overall team's success as far as the offense is concerned, when a 38-year-old journeyman is inserted into the lineup to when he plays. It's like,
but he has more experience than Rosen.
He has 14 years in the league.
You know what? One of the biggest knocks on Ryan Fitzpatrick is, though, is reading coverages, and yet he came in and was. That shows you where, and that's what I keep saying about Rosen. This shows you where he is on his pre-snap and post-snap reads, and it's been like that since UCLA, guys.
Exactly, bro.
Not new.
Exactly.
Not new.
And I've been highlighting.
Okay.
But I feel as though a year seeing on the bench right now, he'll be okay. I feel as though if he doesn't see next year, move on, go draft the quarterback. But I don't want to wait. I don't want to waste the second round pick, a quality pick.
But has that pick? Has the loss of that pick really hurt us though? Where we're at, you know. What I mean?
Does hurt because that could have been a sitter from this year's draft. You understand what I'm saying? It was a better offensive lineman in the draft that we could have drafted
for sure. But it also could have been Josh Rosen, but just at another position.
So, yeah, that's true. But look.
You say this. I'm gonna ask you something, Reason. I'm gonna ask you something. Do you think if Tunsil was still on the team, Dieter would still be struggling right now?
Do I think Dieter would be starting if Tunsil was on the team?
No, if Tunsil was there, do you think Dieter will be struggling?
No.
Thank you. That's all I got.
But see, when they traded, I was one of the guys. Hold on.
Explain why.
Because Dieter is a very good player. He just has a sucky tackle player next, so they make him look very bad. Let me
ask you this: what does the left tackle? What does who Michael Dieter have playing next to him have to do with his one-on-one, with his interaction with his player?
So when you pass, when the offensive lineman when the offensive line pass on a player, and another person running clear, that's the tackle's fault. You're an inline. Wait, look, because you saying stuff you don't understand. He's an inline blocker, so he's gonna get what's in front of his face, right? He's gonna get the linebacker. He's gonna get the D tackle. Am I right or wrong?
You're right. Go ahead.
So the tackle supposed to get the other person. It's plenty of times he's getting his man, and the left tackle's coming to double down on his person. I've seen it. I go to almost every game.
So you know what?
I understand that.
Riddle called me crazy, but I was one of the people who I actually thought Tunsil became expendable because I think the game plan before the injury was Tua, and I think right tackle was going to be an issue they were going to address, and they didn't want to pay a guy who's not protecting the blind side all that money. And then you add on the 2 first-round picks. I think it just became a no-brainer for them.
Oh, I understand that. I understand the first-round picks, but I feel as though with the team, because cohesiveness with the offensive line, that would have made the offensive line better if you did that. You would have had to have – because now we got to draft the whole offensive line except for one player.
And he's been the best player on that line. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, it's funny. When he got traded, I said, you know what? Give him a few weeks to get acclimated there. And TD was like, no. He should know it right away. And then the second game, I don't know if you guys saw that, but he dominated Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
Like, he dominated him.
Well, look. Hey, let me answer your question.
Very young.
Hey, let me address your point.
He's only 24 years old, man.
Hey, let me address your point about Michael Dieter. Okay. I understand what you were saying about how the lack of communication creates instability on our offensive line. I totally get that. But what I'm saying how Michael Dieter has been graded out based on his individual responsibilities. He has been at a now I'm not gonna say historically low, but he has been graded low in that regard. Now he two things.
Don't show me your PFF. Please don't call me PFF.
Can I finish?
That is crap. Because they say what you call it's the last best corner in the league, and you can tell he's the best corner in the league.
Can I finish?
The quarterback for the Patriots, he's the best corner in the league. They say he's like the 51st. I don't like PFF. Please don't say no PFF.
Can I finish my point?
Go ahead with the PFF crap.
Can I finish my point?
From an eye test looking at the game, Michael Gear is doing his job.
So let me ask you this. So Pro Football Focus, their whole company is from people that have played the game, that have studied the game.
How can you break down an offensive lineman? He doesn't have no stats. If he doesn't play. There's no stats. Go ahead with your buffoonery. Go ahead.
Can you do that, please? Please, because you're getting on my nerves right now.
Look at he getting back.
Okay. So you mean to tell me now? Again, I don't deem Pro Football Focus their statistics as the gospel. Don't quote me on that. But
you just said it. You just trying to quote before I start making fun of you.
But I do use them as a reference point at times. Okay. So I'm about to use them as a reference point in this particular conversation. Okay. So you mean to tell me you're disregarding individuals that have made careers out of player evaluation, and you're going to disregard their analysis of him?
But none of these players never played football besides one person. And he was a middling receiver. He was a sucky receiver on the sucky team.
Can I finish?
Collinsworth.
Yeah.
So he's going to disregard these individuals, these credentialed individuals, based on his eye test. Man, how many years of play evaluation do you have? So for you to sit up here, just disregard their analysis based on your eye test is the definition of buffoonery. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity to retract that statement. So that's ridiculous, bro. That's ridiculous. So and second of all, now I will give Dieter two positives. He's durable and he's disciplined. I'll give him those are two major categories.
And he's versatile. He can play both, right? He can play both.
And his versatility. Yeah. He checks three important boxes of any player at that position making that jump to the NFL. I give him that. Yeah. He just needs to, I think in my personal opinion, I think he just needs to get stronger at the point. And that comes with experience. And I'm not willing to throw him away. I think he exhibits solid physical traits that you need to be successful. He just needs time. But I'm just saying at this point, as he's graded, he's graded at a low. He's graded out at a real bad level. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree with that. Actually,
I don't understand why you say you don't take it as gospel but use it as a reference.
Well, some things. Well,
Casey,
I like you, Casey. I like you.
It's just some things that I see value in, and some things I don't. It's like anything. I can read an evaluation.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead.
But you're saying with his eye test, he doesn't have such and such experience. So that means everybody on ESPN, FS1, First Take is the gospel then, because they watch. Basically, he's analyzing. Stephen A. Smith has never played football in his life, but he analyzes the game, correct?
Yeah.
But he doesn't get paid for it. Hold on. He just gets paid for it. We don't get paid for it. Just because we're analyzing doesn't mean we don't know what we're talking about. Sorry.
I like Casey, man. Casey.
Look. This is my point. Hey, this is my point, bro. I'm not saying I addressed what he said about don't go quoting PFF and all that. That's all I'm talking about from a standpoint. I'm addressing how he acted towards their analysis, and I'm like, bro, you can't just disregard just because you don't agree with it. You don't know what you're seeing out there.
But it has some of the best players rated so low. Do you not? I'm gonna say this, Ian. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna shout with you. I'm not gonna shout with you. But Ian, they have some of the best players in the league rated so low. How can you say that? That's why I don't look at it. I don't look at it.
No, I agree.
I tell somebody.
I really like
that. And that is why that is my point about them not being the gospel. Is because I take other evaluations from different platforms.
Like I love a bunch of stuff from PFF, but I think just last week or the week before, they had Dak Prescott graded as one of the top 5 most important players in their team in football. And I don't know.
It is Zeke. Zeke is the most important person in the team.
They have Stephon Gilmore. Rated, I think, the 20th rated quarterback.
But there are certain things that they do that are really good. But then,
exactly.
but it's like anything, right? There's pros and cons to everything.
And that's why I use them as a reference point to answer.
The only thing they got right is Tannehill top 10. That's the only thing they got right.
I don't really look at that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Top 10. Tannehill's top 10. Damn, is that?
Hey guys, so we got LSU still doing their thing in this game, 17-3. Because I know this is a good time for a break just to talk about what's going on right here. And I see you, Finsanity, with the Dolphin blanket in the back. Woo!
I think we have about maybe like 6 or 7 in the house, give or take.
Dolphin blankets?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, I need to get y'all some Tannehill blankets. But anyway,
See, I had to come back, but I'm gonna text that to you because I'm not gonna do it.
Oh man, but all right. Hey, but yeah, just let's do a quick break real quick, and that break is gonna be me basically telling people about what's upcoming. So at the end of this game, I'll be ending it because I will be streaming the real monster game tonight. Ohio State. I ain't even gonna mention the other team because Ohio State the only thing that matters. I'll go ahead and say Wisconsin.
Chase Young, baby. Chase Young, baby.
You want Jonathan Taylor. You got to watch Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
The running back for Wisconsin that me and Ball gave you.
Yeah.
So we gonna see how that goes.
I like J.K. Dobbins better.
I like J.K. Dobbins too.
I like he plays just like Ezekiel Elliott.
I like J.K. I got him at like 4th. I think I like Jonathan Taylor. Then I like Etienne. Then I like Etienne and Swift. They're interchangeable for me. And then
I like AJ. What about AJ Dillon from Boston College? He's a power back.
That's what's his Esteban is in love with him.
Yeah. But that's the real game tonight. The real game, Wisconsin, Ohio State. We're gonna be live for that. We're gonna do panel again. We're gonna allow some people to come in on that show. Not everybody's gonna be able to come in, but we're gonna allow a few people to come in. So don't get mad if everybody can't be in on that one. Outside of that, don't forget another announcement. TD Fans Talk is also starting back my TD Sports Talk. Oh, that's an interception.
Ooh.
Joe Burrow.
He dropped it.
And there's a flag.
It wasn't Joe Burrow's fault on the pick. The receiver flopped it up in the air.
Yeah.
But
behind him.
I'm also gonna be having TD Sports Talk go back up. That's gonna be all things NFL, all things college, all be things NBA, whatever it is. So if y'all like all sports, basketball and everything, y'all let me know, hit me up an email. So that I can consider certain people to be a part of the panel for that show as well in that channel. We're just growing and doing bigger and better things, baby. Just make sure I open that up for any and everybody, so because YouTube does have some changes coming as of the 10th of December. They changed the certain laws and things, making it harder for creators like myself to do what we do. That's why certain things, I don't want people to feel like I don't like them or I'm doing them wrong, but I want to be clear about something with everybody who joins these panels. We got to make sure that we use no profanity. All right. General profanity, and I'm not a guy who uses profanity on a day-to-day basis anyway, unless it's in context, like, the word damn, which beavers build, the word ass, which is like a donkey. But those words are common. But all the other words, YouTube has a censorship law that they have to adhere to, that they've gotten in trouble with the federal government about. So those are the type of things that not only will get your channel suspended, but they can actually literally shut the channel down completely. So we got to try our best to make sure we're adhering to those type of things. Anything that isn't feasible for children is the biggest part of this new law that they passed. So some people are like I said, I have nothing against, things like smoking and different things like that. To each his own, it's your business. But as far as on the stream, you have to understand if you're in the background, backstage, and I see those type of things happening, I can't have you out front on the screen. We got to make sure that we adhere to these things and have a responsible channel that's feasible for all ages to watch. I'll put it like that, right? So just want to make sure I go over that with everybody, because I don't want people to feel like I'm treating them some type of way if I'm not bringing them on the screen and different things like that. So just FYI to you all right? Outside of that, man, it is what it is. I love what we got going on. I appreciate my panel as always, my Tuesday night panel. I'm sorry, everybody, we didn't do panel last night, dealing with some stuff I had to take care of. You okay? But we will back up on that. We're gonna have a lot of things where all the subscribers can be more interactive on this channel. This platform is StreamYards. I just got a notification in my email from StreamYards that based off of the amount of streaming that I do on their platform, because it's a free platform, but based off of the amount of streaming that I do on this platform, now I've exceeded. I'm coming up. I'm about 8 or 9 hours short of the limit. So that's this stream and tonight's stream. After that, I have to pay for the subscription every month. So that's why I appreciate everybody who does donate to the channel. It's greatly appreciated because you help me be able to do things like these panel conversations. We haven't had to pay a penny on this platform until now. So in which I'm going to take care of that. But I just want to shout out to everybody who does donate to the channel and give their love and support, because you'll make those type of things easier on me, because the more we grow, the more we do, obviously it's going to start to incur. That's why, and at the end of the day, I don't mind incurring those costs myself, but it's always helpful when others, because, you know, like I always talk, I got 5 babies. I ain't got time for that now. But it's always helpful when others show their love and support. And that's why I want to give a special shout out to Quint Riddle and everybody else who donate. They always, I say Quint, but however y'all pronounce it, with y'all debacle on how to pronounce it. But that's why I always appreciate y'all the way I do. It may seem like it's overboard when I'm like, thank you for your love and support and all that. But I do appreciate it because you help us do what we do and grow the way we grow. So love everybody. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Thank you for your love and support. And I know it sounds like I'm about to end the stream, but that ain't the case. But I just wanted to give a break and do that. I'm gonna let y'all go for a little bit longer, talk a few more things before I do end the stream. And then we will definitely be back tonight for the big game, which is Wisconsin versus Ohio State, which we should be drafting Chase Young with our first pick. We shall. Go ahead, Casey.
I have a quick question. So we've had all these conversations about, you know, Tannehill to quarterback. So what is you guys' definition of the guy then? What type of quarterback is that quarterback that's going to take us to that other level?
Tannehill. But go ahead, I'll leave that one to y'all.
What was the question specifically?
What's the guy? Basically, what are we looking for in the guy to be our franchise quarterback?
A franchise quarterback?
What are we looking for as the guy? I mean, some basic things. I want an above average arm. I want
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
I want a good to elite arm. So good's fine for me. I want someone with good footwork, right? Because you watch like Darnold, he's always constantly throwing off his back foot. I want someone who's okay with pressure. I don't want someone who's going to escape clean pockets just because they feel it tightening a little bit. And I don't need some guy who can run for 200 yards. As long as they can extend plays in the new age NFL, that's good enough for me.
I'm 100% in agreement with your reason.
I also want a leader. We haven't had a true leader. I want a leader.
I was going to say that I want somebody that exhibits that. I want somebody to be a reflection of our head coach. In other words, I want that leadership ability. Mm-hmm. I want that, and obviously the physical tools have to come with it. But yeah, I'm 100% in agreement with your reason. All of the above, my friend. And Josh
sound like Joe Burrow. Sound like Joe Burrow to me.
And Josh Rosen is not it.
No, because I forgot to throw in. I want a good football IQ. I want someone who's going to be able to really good at pre-snap and post-snap reads. Now, they don't have to be Omaha, but I want someone who's going to be able to pick up and identify blitzers. I want someone who's going to be able to shift the line. And Rosen's not there yet. He's not even close. So whoever said I explained Rosen, no, I did not.
And I want somebody.
We don't know if he's close. We don't know if he's close.
He'd be starting.
He'd be starting.
He'd be starting if he was close, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's not true, because he could possibly be saved because his line is so is not good. He's gonna get killed out there. You can't say that. You cannot say that he'd be sorry about it.
What's that?
Because he wouldn't have lost the job back to Fitzpatrick.
Yes, he would, because
Okay.
this coaching
Yes,
staff
he would.
just like Patrick Mahomes. Let's go ahead and sit him. Let's let him learn.
What did they
Let's
say?
sit
What did they say?
him.
What did they say? What did they say?
Really?
What did they say?
Yeah.
Flores said Fitzpatrick gives us the best chance to win. If Rosen
Thank
checked
you.
all those boxes,
Thank you.
he would give us the best chance to win.
Thank you.
Okay.
So,
I gotta
Okay,
agree with
hold
Reed.
on,
I
hold
gotta
on.
agree with Reed.
So-
I agree with Reed.
Patrick is playing great football right now.
So hold on.
Fitzpatrick is playing great football.
What? What's this?
So okay. So he gives us the best chance to win. Okay, so he gives us the best chance to win, correct?
Yeah,
Now-
we've won games since he's been in.
Is that taking us anywhere?
What?
As we can see, is he taking us anywhere? No, we're not going anywhere.
We've won games.
So
We've won-
obviously they
we've
see.
won games.
Okay,
What he just did
And
against the
when
Eagles.
Joseph-
Hold on. How many yards did Fitzpatrick just throw for against the Eagles?
365.
You know what? Josh Rosen's never thrown for over 252 yards, and he started almost 16 games in the NFL. So no, we wouldn't have got that W.
Where's the line? Where's the line? Where's the line? Where's
We
the
wouldn't have got
line?
that W. We wouldn't have got that W.
The man ain't got a lot.
Name me a time when Rosen has thrown for over
Here's the
300
thing,
yards,
man.
or when he's thrown for 3 TDs.
That's
Find me a
crazy.
game where he's thrown for 3 TDs, because you can't.
The man hasn't had the line to do that.
Well, either does Kyler Murray's been sacked 41 times this year because all they did was add J.R. Sweezy, and yet he's putting up better numbers and he's managed to have wins and a tie. And he's played the Niners harder than Josh Rosen ever could have.
Wait a minute.
His line was better than
Like I
ours.
said, Fitz has won against 3 teams. 1 without their starting quarterback, 2 of the Jets who we know suck, and then 3, a team that the Redskins should have beat had they not completely debacled the game. So when you're saying that Fitzpatrick is head above heels better than Rosen, what has he done against the teams that are actually good? What has he done against the teams that are actually good? The Redskins gave the Eagles the win.
So you think Josh Rosen would have beat the Eagles?
Yes.
You're crazy.
Wow.
Crazy to say.
Man.
Come on. That defense would have ate him apart.
Y'all be writing people off, man.
And Fitzpatrick, you're critical of my evaluation? Really?
What are you talking about?
Come on, that's ridiculous.
I'm gonna say this, please.
That's ridiculous.
What evaluation am I critical of?
Fitzpatrick is throwing the ball up.
Every one of my evaluations.
Notice how
You just throwing the ball up.
Evaluation, DM. I've never criticized any of your evaluations.
I don't understand. Hold on. I don't understand how y'all can sit here and tell her she crazy when all Fitzpatrick was doing was floating up balls for Devontae Parker to go win the battle. Was Rosen not doing that early in the season? Hold on.
They were dropping it.
Was they not dropping the balls, Rosen? And Rosen was throwing them better than Fitzpatrick.
And don't worry. It's my name.
What Fitzpatrick did. What Fitzpatrick did against the Eagles, Rosen was dropping better dimes than that.
No, he was not.
Okay.
How about, you know what?
You watch the game where they dropped every pass?
He was not consistently reading the intermediate part of the field, which is why Mike Gesicki's stat. You didn't hear from him when he was starting.
Bro,
you did not hear from him.
You know why that's irrelevant? Fitzpatrick wasn't throwing the ball in the intermediate of the field.
For one.
Where does the tight end not cover the intermediate part of the field?
But for one, we're playing teams with bad linebackers. We're playing teams with poor linebackers.
It's funny because everyone's literally arguing the analytics and the statistics that have shown that Fitzpatrick has improved this offense. But let's have this argument anyways. Like,
of course it's ridiculous. Hold on.
It's ridiculous.
Hold on.
It's ridiculous.
You know what? Reason.
We'd be fighting for that first. We'd be fighting for that first pick right now. We'd be fighting for that first pick.
I love your analytics, Reason, but sometimes you're a victim of stats. Okay, you're talking about the analytics. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on your. You're talking about the analytics. The analytics has proven. Hold on, I'm talking. The analytics have proven that Fitzpatrick has improved this offense. Does the analytics prove that the receivers are catching the ball at a higher clip, not because he's throwing it to them, but the receivers aren't dropping as many?
Maybe
does the analytics tell you that?
Let's go out. Well, let's go out.
That's what I said.
Okay, hold on. Let's go out.
Rule number one, because I'm a statistics guy too.
You do know that there's
hold on. You have to look at the underlying data for all statistics. You don't just read the freaking statistics. I give y'all the same example every time. Do you take the quarterback that's 100% completion or the quarterback that's 50%? 90% completion. First thought would be I'm taking the 100% all day, but that 100% might be 1 of 1. That 90% might be 90 out of 100. And so it'll give you something to think about. You never look at the straight up analytics. You got not just like polling. Oh, the polling says this. Well, who did you poll? Who did you poll? This is what gets me. That's like saying, which team is better, the Cowboys or the Dolphins? And if they say, the polls say 100%, 90% of the people say the Dolphins are, but they polled.
Hold on a second.
90% of the fans.
Hold on. A couple nights. Listen to me. A couple nights ago, when you guys went over Tannehill, I gave you analytics and stats that backed up your argument with Tannehill. You loved it. Now we're giving analytics and stats that back up that Fitzpatrick has improved this offense compared to what Rosen was doing, and all of a sudden it's an issue.
No, it's not. You know the big difference is when you gave the analytics for Tannehill, I didn't say Tannehill was the only reason. What did I come on this stream and say? But you also got to consider what Derrick Henry is doing. You also got to consider this team is giving all facets of the game. The special team are getting block punts. The defense is turning over the ball. I'm not ignoring everything. You gave analytics for Tannehill, but that was just about Tannehill balling out, not being the reason why his team has turned the corner. I told you he wasn't solely the reason his team has turned the corner. So that is a total difference. Analytics on whether we're not talking about Fitzpatrick is balling out. We know that because the analytics suggest it. But when you say turning the team around, them analytics you gave about Tannehill wasn't an argument about turning the team around because it's more to that. Derrick Henry is running better. When Tannehill started, Derrick Henry also, you could say, started then. It's more reasons. So no, it's not the same of I had no problem with it. Totally different. These are different arguments.
I don't know, because I was saying Tannehill, since they've come in, has gone to number 3 points per game. It was all being loved on right now. But anyways, let's go back to this. Thing. You know, when it comes down to this, did you know? You know, there's such thing as guys with stronger arms. Sometimes, and it's a real thing, sometimes throw less catchable balls than guys who don't here's the thing. Fitzpatrick slings it, but he doesn't have nearly as strong of an arm as Rosen. There's a thing called touch. So I'm not saying every drop is on touch or how hard he's throwing it, but I'm saying all of a sudden Fitzpatrick is throwing high point balls and putting the ball in places where guys can make plays on them, and you can't take that away from him. So and like I said before you sat down, one of the biggest knocks on Fitzpatrick is his ability to read coverages, and look at the difference we're having since he came in compared to Rosen. And I said that shows you right there. That's one prime example. You can see the disparity in who's able to read coverages better and at what level. And Fitzpatrick, he's a vet, but he's still a vet and knocked for his ability to read coverages. That's a thing.
That's a miss. That is
so
totally
okay. So
his major knock. Hold on, I'm gonna get to you, Casey. Let me counter arguments real quick. His major knock is not his ability to read coverage.
One of his
okay. Now we clarified that. So I'm glad we clarified that. I don't address that now. Let's get to this.
Fitzpatrick. Oh my God! You see that? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm showing out now. Fitzpatrick, you said it's a thing called touch. That same touch is the same thing that got him his negative reputation, because it's not touch. It's him throwing the ball up, asking his receiver to bail him out on a one-on-one. That's what it is. It's not touch. Fitzpatrick didn't throw not one of those 3 passes to Devontae Parker in stride. He threw it up. Mind you, you're right.
He threw up high point balls. I said he threw up high point balls.
High point balls, but that ain't touch. For a gunslinger like that, it's called.
But I didn't say all those examples were touch.
Yeah, but that's what you're saying compared to him and Rosen. And what
I'm saying he has better touch on his ball than Rosen, is what I'm saying.
Remember the original argument for this? It was started with a question: would Rosen have won that game? And I look at what
against the Eagles.
And I look at what Fitzpatrick did in that game. The difference maker was the ability to throw the ball up to Devontae Parker.
Yep.
And Rosen has that ability, if not better. If not better.
Can I say something?
And Devontae went up to snatch him before, but he was dropping him.
Can I say something? Reason you're looking, and because you're an analytical guy, right? And I always praise you for that. I'm one of the few people who have gone out of my way to specifically praise you because of your knowledge. Okay. So you're comparing what Fitz has done against on this back end since he came back in for Rosen, but he was playing. Rosen had to go up against the Chargers, who are no slouch of a defense. That was a playoff team. He had to go up against the Patriots, a playoff team, and then he also had to go up against
the Cowboys.
The Cowboys, which was a playoff team. What playoff team? Other than the Eagles, who we all know is abysmal this year, that we all know is abysmal this year.
So are the Cowboys.
Fitzpatrick just going way blowing your mind, like off the books, where you're like, Rosen couldn't have done that.
The Cowboys and the Eagles are the same thing, just different colors.
Because he didn't do good against the Bills.
It's still a playoff contending team. Versus the team.
Like at 6 and 7. They have 4.
And Dak and them were playing amazing during that time.
They're top 15 in every single defensive category.
Dak was playing amazing against top bottom tier defenses.
Yeah, but it's
about our defense wasn't what it was. Our defense wasn't what it was then, what it is now with Dak. But Josh Rosen, the Dallas defense has not. How much pressure has DeMarcus Lawrence got this year? The Dallas defense has not been that good.
You're missing it. Their defense as a whole, every category on defense is top 15 for Dallas. They've been talking about it all week, and that's why it's not the personnel. They're top 15 in every category. That's why it has to be coaches. Their defense on paper, on statistics,
hold on. So we're giving a guy who had 14. He had what? 14 starts. Was it 13, 14 starts coming into this year? We're giving that guy a pass because he lost to a top 15 defense.
No, I'm not giving anybody a pass.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
Did you watch the Dallas game? Were we doing well? Hold on. Were we doing well with Rosen in the Dallas game until Drake fumbled the ball, until Preston Williams dropped the touchdown? Xavier Howard got beat twice by Cooper for a touchdown.
But that happens when you're talking about stuff that happens in football games. At that point, on that same Sunday, on that same Carson Wentz when Carson Wentz beat the Redskins, the guy had 11 drop passes.
Okay, but did Josh Rosen play bad against the Cowboys? That wasn't Josh Rosen. I didn't know you were muted, Ian. My bad. Bro.
I'm not blaming Josh Rosen for obviously the Drake fumble to me was the turning point.
Hey, I think y'all are totally missing it. I attribute. See, this is to get back to Josh Rosen, which is why I'm so critical on him and how you can use our success that we've been having since Fitzpatrick has been the starter. How you can use that as a comparison as a positive or a negative as on Josh Rosen. Is because I made the point of attacking the intermediate part of the field. See, I attribute the majority of Devontae Parker's success because of he's singled up now. But if you remember, he's singled up now. He's getting consistent one-on-one matchups. Well, why wasn't he getting that when Rosen was in there? I attribute that to being Fitzpatrick is accurate. Number one, Mike Gesicki's emergence. And Fitzpatrick's ability to read the middle part of the field and make accurate throws to our tight ends. If you think about with Tannehill, Josh Rosen, why was the tight end position such a neglected position when they were starters? Why? Because they have a slow processor. They're not accurate to that part of the field. So
because of they're deficient in that area, the tight end is negated. So if teams don't have to worry about the middle of the field and worry about the tight end, you can scheme better on the outside, if that makes sense. So again,
what they got to do with Rosen?
Hang on. It goes back to the knock on Rosen. If you look at his evaluation coming out of UCLA, he has a slow processor. He doesn't read the middle of the field well. He's not accurate to that part of the field.
And he makes late reads, which means late throws, and most of the time gets
okay. But all that is teachable. All that is teachable.
See, that's where we disagree. To me, processing, the one thing is processing speed, and
teachable.
that comes down to how quickly your brain can process what it sees. That's not teachable. You can teach what to look for and where to look for, but you can't teach your brain.
You know what? Well, I'm gonna push back on that. I'm gonna push back on that slightly because I listened to Kurt Warner when it was right around the time he got inducted to Hall of Fame, and I saw an interview with him. And we all know about his, the journey that he took, the path that he took to get to the NFL and success. What he attributed to his success the most was his Arena League experience, because that taught him anticipation. That taught him how to anticipate, and it taught him that internal processor to speed up, because the game is condensed. The arena, I don't know if y'all been to an Arena League football game, but it's at like 10 times faster pace than what the NFL is. So he attributed that to one of the main reasons why he was able to, and what was the skill that everybody credited Kurt Warner with? His anticipation. It wasn't his arm strength. It was his arm talent and his ability to be accurate, in particular, to that part of the field. But he attributed that. So I do think that can be taught. But the question is, can Josh Rosen learn that?
But look at that circumstance.
Yes, he can.
He had to leave the NFL.
Yes, he can.
I don't think so.
You just gave a circumstance of someone who had to leave the NFL to learn that and get into a game that's literally got boards you can be hit into, and it's a smaller field, right? And you've got less players in front of you. So he went to a totally different circumstance to learn that. And Josh Rosen's not going to have that. So that's what I'm saying. He's just going to sit there and I'm telling you right now. I keep going back to it.
So hold on. So
I will be shocked. If he turns out to be the guy, I will be happy, but I will be flabbergasted if he turns out to be the guy.
I hope he does, but I don't think he will.
How can he process if he doesn't have the time to process it? Personally, that's how I feel. I feel like all that is
Fitzpatrick
teachable.
Fitzpatrick doesn't. Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't. He don't have time.
He's a veteran.
He's a veteran.
Man, that's overrated.
Hey, can I say this? Let's go back to TD's boy. TD's boy. Tannehill, when he came in, had an absolute awful O-line, and you go put up his first 2 years against Josh Rosen's 2 years, and I'll take Tannehill over Rosen every day of the week. And yet some people sit here and hate on Tannehill, but then love Rosen, and that doesn't make any sense to me. So
read the comment on the screen. Read the comment on the screen. Everybody, please.
And hold on. And then hold on, reason. And then you can't even say that because that's a totally different coaching staff.
He had a worse coaching staff.
Oh my
God. Which means that hold on. Which means that
because David Johnson not hurt last year. But like he wouldn't even have that dude to utilize. Like he didn't even have a running game.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut off.
Good.
I'm muting everybody because I need y'all to read the comment on the screen because this is all that matter. This comment right here is all that matter. We can speculate all we want if Rose is the guy or not. None of us know. We don't know what kind of improvements and attributes he's developed. And that's why I put it all caps under these coaches who have already been proven to develop constant talent, not a few, but constant talent on this roster. And it's been 10 weeks. It's been 10 whole weeks. Another pick by LSU. It's been 10 weeks. We can underestimate all we want. You don't know what's going to come out there for that snapping training camp or in that first game. You have no clue. And the sad thing about it is, If he comes out and he balls out, y'all still gonna hold on to we still know his weaknesses. We just got a better road line to give him time. But and it's almost like y'all gonna move the goalpost and say, yeah, what about it when we can't have all that stuff? How is he gonna react then? No, you can't get your cake and eat it too. We can underestimate this guy all we want. All I care about is the fact that these coaches felt that's why they traded for him. He has the attributes, whether he was NFL quarterback ready or not right now. That didn't matter when they drafted him. The only thing that mattered was, can we turn him into that guy? And we act like when you draft a guy, a coaching staff is supposed to turn him into that guy in 5 weeks. And then whenever he starts a few games, oh, he ain't that guy. Oh, no. I think whenever they say things like, when Flores comes out to the media and says, we already know what we have in Josh Rosen. We already got a good indication of his talent. We already have a good evaluate. When they were like, but don't you need to evaluate him more to see if he's that guy? And he said, we already know. We already have a great evaluation of Rosen. We believe we've seen enough to know. Some of us take that as, yeah, he just ain't that guy. They've seen enough. But some of us are sitting back here saying, they know he got all the attributes, and they probably just want to sit him, keep developing him. And when we go get all them draft picks and all them weapons around him, people are going to be like, who is this? Who is this? Wow. Josh Rosen thrown right into the fray. People forget Josh Rosen played year one. People forget Tannehill played year one. These are players that didn't even get a chance to sit behind anyone. They didn't even get a chance to develop. They got no chance, man. Burrow out here eating them up now. Burrow out here saying, man, y'all better draft me first overall. Y'all, Burrow out here, look at him moonwalking just to show he got ankles. Burrow out here eating people up, man. Another touchdown, 33-3. I was way wrong. I said they'll put up about 45 to 28, 31, but Georgia ain't even got an answer for them. But listen, man, at the end of the day, we can make all these speculations and talk about Rosen's weaknesses all we want. But it is a coach's job to take a player's weakness and do what with it? Try to improve it. So we want to go ahead and give him a stamp on his forehead, a permanent tattoo. You read defenses late. That's just you. You're a young kid. We act like this is a Fitzpatrick. Oh, we already know. We already got his DNA. He is who he is. He got his permanent tattoo on his forehead. Gunslinger that turns the ball over because he taking too many sloppy chances. He already got his stamp. Why are we giving a young quarterback, second year in the league, a stamp on his forehead already? That's what I don't understand. And this is why I personally be feeling like they're not going to draft a quarterback early, because I'm on the side to believe that this team feels like they have their future quarterback already. They just want to do it the right way. There is no need to rush him out there. There is no need. I mean, come on. Some of y'all got on me, TD. Why can't you just realize we ain't going to be good this year? Okay, if I'm supposed to believe that preference, then why is it hard for y'all to believe they would protect their future asset? I don't get that. I think they believe in Rosen, and I think that, are they giving him the job? And you know what? Let me tell you the biggest statement Rosen ever made this year. He said it one time, and I never heard it again, but it was everything to me. And nobody talks about it. Rosen came out when they benched him and said, well, I just got to continue to work hard and get better. I know that, I've already known that this is going to be my team of the future. He said those words out of his exact mouth. He said, EM, you go look it up. He said those exact words in a press conference. I know, hey, it may not be, he may not be our quarterback for the future, but he said those exact words out of his mouth. I know that this is going to be my team of the future. I just have to get better, continue to do what my coaches tell me to do, and listen to what they're saying. I think they've already given him the keys. I think they already gave him the keys, but told him, let's do this the right way. For this kid to come out and say, I know that this is going to be my team of the future. I already know that. Man, we can ignore that all we want. And maybe it's not his team of the future. but I ain't gonna ignore the words that's been said out here about it. No, we can't get on this kid. We can't talk about what he can't do. If we can, and EM always talk about Nick Needham. Do you think the coaching staff had anything to do with Nick Needham, or is just all him? I'm just curious. You know what I mean? I think the coaching staff had a lot to do with Nick Needham. He already had the skill, but what did Flores and them say? He got to learn how to get a little lower, come out of them breaks, and X, Y, and Z. This coaching staff. But we weren't talking about Nick Needham before that. He was just another guy. EM was talking about it. EM was on it all day, every day. He knew the talent. But to start in this NFL, you got to have a little bit more than what we know. And it got to be them coaches that were able to put him in a position to let it come out and blossom. I think they're going to do that with Rosen. But they also understand that the quarterback position relies on a lot of things. So why are we going to go out there and abuse this guy when we don't even got the things he needs to be successful? I think Greer might have learned that by now. Greer might have said, hey, if we believe in Rosen, let's not do him like I did Tannehill, like me and Tannenbaum did Tannehill. Let's not do him like that. That way we have no excuse. Especially, you don't think Greer and them looking at Tannehill and them right now? You don't think Greer and them is like, I'm happy for him, but gosh, Flores scouts every day, all day. You don't think he's looking over there? You don't think he sees what's going on? And Greer has to learn, and I know he's learned. Let's not do Josh Rosen like we did Tannehill. That's unfair to this young guy. Let's sit him down, let him get that valuable experience. I'm going to let y'all say what y'all got to say after that because I got to go check on the little ones. He must be in there. Y'all go ahead. Take it away, man. I know some of y'all dying to say some stuff.
I will say this. That is to all jokes aside, that is a good point, TD. That is a good point. It's a valid point. But at the end of the day, we're all just speculating. I'm just
okay, bro?
Can you hear me?
You got a fever? Yeah. You okay? Did you just say that?
What? Can you hear me?
Really? You agreed?
Well, what you said, that's a valid point. I give you your respect. It don't happen that often, but I do give you your respect when it presents itself. But that's a valid point, TD. And again, I'm not anti-Rosen. I want elite play. What did I always say? I want elite play at that position, no matter what color, no matter what size, no matter what speed. I don't care who it is. I want elite play at that position, but because of what we've been accustomed to seeing since Dan Marino retired. So I'm praying. Well, not necessarily praying. I'm praying we get Tua, but I'm hoping that Rosen turns out. First off, I don't want to waste 2 picks. So Rosen, I've always been adamant about bringing him back, give him an opportunity, to see what he has with better support around him. Not at the expense of Tua Tagovailoa though. But so I'm not killing Rosen. I just think he just don't have the prerequisite skill set to flourish in this offense. I just don't think. Based on what he's put on tape since college, I just don't believe that. Okay. And until he puts it on tape, I will change my assessment of him.
Yeah, so see, that's where I keep saying every time we bring him up, right, TD? I say I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just saying I see things that I've watched him do from UCLA translate over into the NFL, and the bad habits I've seen haven't really gone away. So that's why I don't that's where I'm at with him. I hope I'm wrong. I'm just with EM. I want elite quarterback play, and I just don't think from what I've seen and what he's shown me through his college career, Arizona, and now here, I just don't think he's that guy. And maybe I am. Obviously, maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I'm not. So that's just where I'm at with him.
Cool, man. And I don't mean to cut it right here, guys, but this is a good stopping point. I think I'm 16 minutes over because I want to make it in time for the next stream. But this is another great conversation as always. And lastly, I think this is a win-win for this coaching staff. They can't go wrong because if he turns out, it makes them look like geniuses. And if he doesn't turn out, nobody can put it on them.
No, they can't.
So this is a win-win situation. So
I want to say too, has anyone noticed when I said the drop off, has anyone noticed the level Joe Burrow's playing at compared to Hurts and Herbert? Like, and he's against a way better defense too, right? Like,
right now,
for real, this kid's for real.
Right now, I think it's Burrow, and the drop off is significant after him.
If Tua's injured, then yeah.
No, I'm just saying, period. Even if he healthy, I'm just saying.
All right.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would say that. I'm sure.
You better know it. But y'all, I appreciate y'all love, support as always. Hopefully y'all come back right at 8 o'clock, between 8 to 8:10. I should be live again. Hope y'all come back and join us, man. We're gonna be watching some guys that a guy that I've been on record saying I would love for us to draft if we get the opportunity to. Chase Young and another guy in the running back of Wisconsin. We're gonna see how they go, because that's a dual situation. That's where Chase Young can contribute in stopping the run, which is the knock on him is run defense, right?
Yeah.
So this is a good opportunity to watch firsthand how that looks. So I'll see y'all back at about between 8 and 8:10. Again, thank all the panelists who joined us today. It's been amazing. I love everybody. It's your boy TD from TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Thank you, Reason. Thank you, EM. Thank you, Finsanity. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Riddle, that was in the building today. Thank you, Pure Fins. Thank you. We had some more, right? Who else joined us?
I think that's everybody.
I can't think that's everybody. And thank you, Tannehill. All right, y'all. See y'all soon. Peace.
Horrible.